up? How are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Arsenal against Crystal Palace. We've just had a mad couple of days in terms of the AFCON and just a weird start to the day, to be honest. Today, Senegal, Botswana, 3-0. Yesterday, it was mad. Mali v Zambia, followed by Fulham and Nottingham Forest. Couple of really big games in the AFCON coming up tomorrow as well. But right now, we're focusing on the Carabao Cup. It's the last, let's be honest, the last domestic football before Christmas. It's the last domestic football before Boxing Day. That's it. After this. However, I am still live tomorrow and Christmas Day with live football. So check it out. It's going to be on my YouTube schedule. You can go and check it out. We've got live football coming up tomorrow. 2 games in the AFCON. Burkina Faso against Equatorial Guinea at 12:30, and then I'll be live at 8 o'clock for Brian and Burmo against Aubameyang, Cameroon v Gabon, plus Christmas Day, Al Riyadh against Al Ettifaq in the Saudi Pro League. It's going to be a good laugh. Anyway, join me. I'll be having my Christmas dinner. Hopefully you'll join me. Maybe it'll only be 1 or 2 others. I don't know. But it'll be a good laugh. I'll be live anyway for Christmas Day. And I'll be having a little drinky poos, but I promise it'll only be, just be a glass of Coke, nothing else. There's absolutely nothing else in it, I promise you. That is water. There's nothing else in that one. But Arsenal against Palace tonight, Carabao Cup. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions in the chat. Let me know where you're watching me from. Christ, people from Zambia and Mali and Botswana today, all over in the chat. It was fantastic. So let me know where in the world you're watching me. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know your plans for Christmas. All that good stuff. And I hope you're having a lovely Christmas. I hope you're having a wonderful, safe, happy... Sorry. I hope you're having a lovely time with your family and wherever you are. Christ, I just went down the wrong goal, that water. I hope you're having a lovely time and a happy, healthy time and all that good stuff. And I will, I'll be here for it, no matter what. So, for this one, Arsenal Palace, let me know what you're thinking. Palace to win, says FTM. Key says, what's the schedule for Boxing Day? Boxing Day. What is the schedule for Boxing Day? United Newcastle 8 o'clock. And I think I'm doing, is it Angola Egypt? I think I'm doing Angola against Egypt on Boxing Day. I think that's what I'm doing anyway. Pretty sure it's Angola Egypt Boxing Day, and I think it's... I think it is. I think I'm doing Angola Egypt Boxing Day. And then, let me double check. Oh no, Egypt-South Africa. Egypt-South Africa Boxing Day, 3 o'clock. And then Man United against Newcastle is 8:15, isn't it? So yes, 8 o'clock, sorry. So there you go, that's me 2 games on Boxing Day. So hopefully you'll be around for 1 or 2 of them. 5-0 Arsenal. FPL says, can I request? Can you request what? Can I join? You can't, mate, no, because I'm live on multiple places. Sorry. So if I could have you on here, nobody else can hear you on the other places. I'm on other platforms at the minute as well. I've got a camera just over this way as well. So I can't, sorry. Right, sorry, what we saying on YouTube? Sasha, how's it going? Butterborn says, not championship. Not the championship. No, I'm not going to do the championship on Boxing Day. I was planning on doing Coventry, but I decided against it purely because the AFCON has gone crazy. It's gone absolutely crazy, and we're doing lots and lots of opportunity. We've watched the championship all season, and we still will in the second half of the season. But I feel like while the AFCON's on, I want to make sure that we're covering it and giving it its due respect. It's a really big tournament. So I want to make sure we're doing a lot of the AFCON games as well. Philippines, Semenyo to City looks close now. News about it 30 minutes ago. I'm glad. I am made up. I don't want Semenyo at Liverpool. I am really glad that he's going somewhere else. I don't want him going to Liverpool. Is it just me or is Christmas overrated? Oh. Key lad, how's it going? And Charlie Knight, who did Liverpool draw in the EFL Cup quarter-finals? Yeah, we didn't, Charlie. No, we didn't. We got knocked out before that. No, but we've won the EFL Cup many, many times. Arsenal actually haven't won this tournament in over 30 years. So yeah, we're fed up of winning it, to be honest with you. But Arsenal didn't win it last year. Liverpool got to the final, no less. But Arsenal finished... don't know where Arsenal finished in it last year, actually. But funnily enough, either way, they haven't won it for 30-odd years. It's a tournament they don't mean, to be honest. Arsenal don't win much, do they? Arsenal don't win much, but they haven't won this for 30 years. Put it that way. Mick, how are we, lad? I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you? And Joe says, Key, how's it going, mate? Reveal clothing, will Semenyo start when City have a fully fit squad? Yes, he will start ahead of whoever's on the right-hand side. Cherky is a 10 option, I think, with Foden. Foden will start over Cherky. Doku on the left-hand side. Marmoush on the left-hand side. And on the right, it's between Savinho and Semenyo. And I think it'll be Semenyo. I think he's going to have Semenyo, Doku, Foden, Haaland. I think that's going to be his front four, basically. Or Marmoush. Maybe Marmoush starts over Doku. I don't know. But Semenyo's not my cup of tea. Finally finished work for Christmas. Good lad. Charlie Knight says, got Arsenal the biggest club in the country. Got spoken about when nobody mentioned them. Well, we're watching him now, Charlie. That's the game now, mate. That's what's on. Yeah. That's a big sign right here. Big sign right there, Charlie, as well. Mick92 says, finally finished work for Christmas. And Jake says, Leeds smashed the damn bird, but Palace needs to save football. Trojan says, Crystal Palace win. Arsenal player sent off. 3-2. Bloody hell, Trojan. And Strongman says, did you see City are favourites to sign Semenyo? I did, yeah. I'm glad. I'm hoping that is the case. Jim Bob says, someone asked you earlier who you'd take from Man United, and you said Manu. Who would you take from Arsenal? Who would I take from Arsenal? Who would I take from Arsenal? I mean, in an ideal world, I'd take Declan Rice. I'd have Declan Rice instead of McAllister, because McAllister's absolutely shocking. Yeah, probably Declan Rice, if I could take anyone. Ollie says, are you watching ITV on ITV or Sky? I am watching on Sky. I didn't even know it was on ITV, to be honest. But yes, I am watching on Sky. Olwethonu Diaz says Arsenal is winning the quadruple. No. Goodness me, no. Charlie Knight says Saliba, surely. VVD is washed. VVD is washed. Oh, good grief. You're so young, Charlie. You've not seen much footy, have you, mate? Mick92 says, any reason you don't want Semenyo? I don't think he's worth it, mate. I don't know if you agree, but I don't think he's worth it. I think 60 million quid for a player who... he wasn't even Bournemouth's best player last season. He started the season really, really well. And I think that's often what you're paying for. I think it's a bit of recency bias. I think he's being... it's kind of his price tag's being elevated by the fact that he started the season well. But actually, I don't think he's... I don't think he's that good. No, and I think Liverpool need like 3 more positions than we need a left or a right winger. So yeah, I don't particularly enjoy Semenyo enough to say let's go and spend 60 million quid on him. Philippines, why are you putting yourself through watching another Arsenal game? They are tragically boring right now. Mate, I know, and believe me, if I could, I would swerve this game, because I agree, this is going to be a really, really dull performance from both teams. Palace do not want this fixture. They're not interested in this fixture. They don't want to play this game. They're already out of the cup, effectively. They don't want to play it. They're not bothered. They don't care. They do not want this game. Arsenal, they also don't want this game. So you've got a bunch of players out there tonight who don't want to play. They're thinking of Christmas dinner. They're not bothered. They don't care. They don't want to play. So it's going to be... and Arsenal make every game boring. Every game. They are just a boring team. It's really difficult to watch Arsenal at the best of times. This isn't going to be them at their free-flowing best, because that doesn't exist under Mikel Arteta. And it certainly is going to be the case for Crystal Palace. We saw them get absolutely smashed against Leeds the other day. And I don't see him improving tonight. So, personally, no, I agree. It's going to be a really, really tough watch. And that's why I'm hoping you in the chat... Let's get me through it. Let's watch the game together and enjoy and chat footy. Because if we can have a general chit-chat about footy, that's all I want tonight. Let's just enjoy the footy. But talk footy. Yoki, what's the lineups? The lineups are as follows. I'm still on the Botswana one there. Bloody hell, I'm still on the Botswana game. The lineups are... Kepa in goal for Arsenal. Julian Timber, Saliba, Calafiori, Lewis Skelly. Miles Lewis Skelly. Isn't that nice that Mikel Arteta put Miles Lewis Skelly in at left back for the first time this season, pretty much. He's not interested in playing a kid like Lewis Skelly, is he? Let's be honest. He's signing everyone over him. Right, we are off and underway. Let's get the game going. Right, perfect. So it's Lewis Skelly, Calafiori, Saliba, Timber. Midfield is Norgard, Marino, Eze. And then a front three of Madueke, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus. For Palace, it's Benitez in goal, Gay, Lacroix, Canvo, Mitchell on the left, Richards on the right, Wharton and Lerma sitting in front, and then Pino and Ketia, Mateta. Which is probably about as strong as Palace could have gone. They could have put Henderson in, of course. Maybe Hughes. But Kamada's injured. Munoz is injured. Sarr is off at the AFCON. This is probably the strongest side that Palace could have put out. Chokchart says, Arsenal FC from Thailand. Good to see you, Chokchart. Ball played over to the far side. Arsenal starting fast, trying to get this early goal. Adam says, I think it's going to be a banger after all the changes. There's only really a few, though, for Palace. Like I said, and for Palace, I think most of them are enforced anyway. This is Palace's strongest side in many ways. Apart from the goalkeeper, it's Palace's strongest side. Chokchart, hello, Key, how are you? I'm all right, mate, thank you. I've got a bit of an headache, but otherwise I'm good. Yulu says we should have played a 5 at the back. What's wrong with you, Arteta? And Philippines says, I don't think anything will take the sting out of watching an Arsenal game at the minute, mate. Edward Key, I've just paid 11.5 on GTA from selling stuff. I have no idea what that is, Edward. Yeah. I have no idea what that is. But congratulations or commiserations, whichever one is necessary for that comment, I don't know. Long ball forward. Ismi, how's it going? Erdy Gaming, how's it going? Good to see you. What are your thoughts on this one? Jake says, are you ready for Christmas? As ready as I'll ever be, mate, yes. Arsenal flying forward, good ball through. This should be 1-0. Oh, straight at Benitez. Is that Saka? No, it's Madueke. Saka's not even playing. I was thinking then, that was absolutely shocking that. Madueke really should have put that one away. It was really poor. Good pass through the middle. I think it was Martinelli who played it through to him, and Madueke with a poor finish. Omar says, good luck to the mighty Gooners. No. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. That'll make me smile tonight. Edward, I mean, I've made that much money. Lovely. Great stuff. Fabulous. Adam says, Keith, thoughts on a back 5 with Saliba, Gabriel and Calafiori? Is it a back 5? Are we sure that's what it is? Gabriel's not playing. Are we talking about Timber, maybe? What with maybe... Eze at right wing back or Madueke at right wing. I don't know what's going on. It looks to me like it's just a simple 4-3-3, the same as normal. Palace with a long throw into the box. Jake says, while everyone's focused on Semenyo, Newcastle can swoop in for Keys-Schmidt. Why on earth would Newcastle need Keys-Schmidt? That, again, why are people so focused on players signing for their club when they don't need that position? Newcastle don't need a centre mid. Newcastle aren't desperate for a Keys-Schmidt. Definitely not. Absolutely not. Chalk Chart says, Key, who's going to win this game? I think Arsenal are going through. Yeah, really hope that Palace do. Nero Ronaldo, are you ready for another Arsenal win? An OG and a pen would be nice. Well, that's standard for Arsenal, isn't it? Yeah, let's be honest. The only way Arsenal tend to win games of football is penalties and deflections and in off someone's arse or whatever. It's standard. Kelly Marie says 3-1 to the Gunners. And Jake says he is a wonder kid, though. He is. He's very good. And he's got a great name as well. Keys-Schmidt. Oh, sweet lord. Jake says my score prediction is 2-2. Arsenal to win on pens. Let me know what you're thinking on YouTube. What are you thinking? Arsenal and Palace. Eberechi Eze, 40 goals, 29 assists in 169 appearances for Palace, and he starts tonight. Nero, you'll have another meltdown. Can't wait. Now. Jake says Man United, Chelsea, Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona and more are interested in him. I mean, they're always interested in everyone. I wouldn't hang your hat on that. Jake Eze facing his former club tonight. And Adam says who will get Gay in January. I heard Bayern might be interested. I don't think he's going anywhere in January. I think Mark Gay, if he knows what's good for him, he's staying till the summer and leaving on a free. That's the smart thing. Kelly Marie says, sorry, Arsenal don't only win by penalties. Thank you very much. Well, they do. They do. Aaron says, a Palace win so we can see an AFTV meltdown. And Shell says, come on, Palace, Key's favourite team. Palace to win 2-1. Great ball over the top here for Arsenal. Straight through. Benitez, easy claim, that one. Easy peasy for Benitez. Don't forget, if you're new around here, please make sure you click like on the video and subscribe. Like I said, live every single day. I've got 2 games tomorrow. And we're live on Christmas Day and Boxing Day as well. What a ball that is from Arteta. Palace driving forward. Go on, lad. Go on. Hit it. You, Divvy. You've got to get that on target, Mitchell. Oh, no wonder Palace want to sell you. He's crap him. Look at the state of this. He's miles onside. All you've got to do is just put him in there. Oh, dreadful. Eddie and Nketiah screaming at him in the middle. It's brilliant stuff, that from Mateta. And terrible from Tyrick Mitchell. High, wide, and not very handsome. Good grief. Really poor. Joe says Reece must be doing his shift on AFTV tonight. And Adam says January a difficult month for Prem clubs while the rest of Europe are on vacation. That's true enough. Jambo says Mon the Hearts is right. Hearts flying high. Do you think you can win the SPL this season? LFC Klopp, did you see Semenyo now wants to join Man City? Good. Yeah, good. That's what we want. We don't want him at Liverpool. I've said this all along. He is not a good fit for Liverpool. We don't want him. I'm glad he's going somewhere else. Jambo says probably not, but there's hope. Well, I'm rooting for you, mate. Come on, the old jam tarts. Shell says Nigeria game was good. What score was it, Nigeria? Graham says United want him. Yeah, United want everyone. United want bloody everyone. They need everyone, let's be honest. They need certainly better than they've got. And Semenyo if he'd have gone to United, he would have been playing probably left wing back. That's the only position they've got for him because Amorim doesn't play with wingers. So they'd have ended up putting him as like a high wing back. It's not a position that Semenyo would thrive in. So it's not really a surprise that he was going to go to Manchester City. And I think if it wasn't City, it'd have been Liverpool. But I don't think Liverpool is the right fit for him. I didn't want him. I'm glad he's going to go somewhere else. I don't want Liverpool paying 60 million for Semenyo. It's a bad idea. FT Ianom says, if not Semenyo, who then? But I don't think we need a winger. I don't think we need a winger full stop at Liverpool. If anything, we need less wingers. The system that Arne Slot wants to play doesn't need wingers. It needs central midfielders, centre forwards and centre backs more than it needs wingers. So, yeah, for me, I'm astonished that Liverpool, if we were, I don't think we ever were really, if I'm dead honest, if Liverpool ever were putting a serious bid in for Semenyo, which I don't think we were, then, it would massively surprise me. There's no way at all Liverpool were interested in him. 2-1 to Nigeria. Oh, nice. User tick 260. What do you make of Salah's winner? Pity Slot can't get the best out of him. Pretty confident Arne Slot got the best out of Mo Salah of any manager in his entire career. So, yeah, I'm fairly confident Slot of all managers knows how to get the best out of Salah. FT Yanam says Slot's system is too slow in my opinion. Wasn't too slow for us winning the league last year. We're unbeaten in 6. 4 wins in the last 6. 3 clean sheets. I am astonished. Absolutely astonished. Can't please some people, can you? Can't please some people. Just Liverpool fans. We like a whinge, sadly. Jake says, who would you bring in January? Any central midfielder, any centre-back, and any centre-forward. We need 3. We need those 3 positions. That's it. And you give me any of them. I don't care. FT Yanams has played different last season. Well, that might have something to do with the fact that we had 3 players that we don't have anymore. Diogo Jota, sadly not the manager's fault that he's not around anymore. Trent Alexander-Arnold, not the manager's fault, he's not around anymore. Luis Diaz, not the manager's fault, he's not around anymore. We don't have the same players. So if you change 30 to 40% of the squad, not through the manager's fault, you're probably going to play a little bit differently. Erdy says, I tasted gravy for the first time and it was delicious. Told you, mate, it'll be beautiful. User260 says, Slot got the best out of Salah using Klopp's system. When Slot implemented his own ideas, fell off a cliff. I mean, that's absolutely not true. Slot didn't use Klopp's system last season. I don't know in what world do you think that's true? Do you think that's actually true? You can't be helped. You cannot be helped. Liverpool didn't play anything like Jurgen Klopp's system late last year. At no point. It's madness. FT Adam says, don't need a centre-forward. In my opinion, Akatiki won't be dropped. We'll be playing 2. We've played our best football in a 4-4-2 this season. 4-4-2 is when we play our best football. We played our best football against Frankfurt. Our best football against Spurs the other night was in a 4-4-2. We are a 4-4-2 team. That is what Arne Slot wants to do. It's similar to how Palace play in many ways. Box midfield. Flat box midfield. That is exactly what Arne Slot will end up doing. User260. None of the players that left were first 11 last season. Mate, you're obviously a troll. Trent Alexander-Arnold wasn't a bloody first 11 player for Liverpool, was he not? Joe says it'd be funny if you bought Voltemade off us. God, no. We do need someone who's a bit quicker than Voltemade. We're a transition side ultimately, so we need someone who's a bit better in transition than Voltemade. He's a very good player. I like him a lot. But yeah, we have one centre forward basically. Okay, fair enough on Trent, but that's the only one. How many games do you think Jota started, mate? It was the vast majority at centre forward was Diogo Jota. And again, Luis Diaz, had a great season for us last year. Eze ball in, flicked on, chance for Arsenal. Strike, miles wide that. Shocking from Martinelli. So like I said, if you change 30 to 40% of the team, you're always going to struggle. Arsenal, set piece FC yet again. Very nearly getting a goal. Come on, Palace, says Shell. Yes, come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. User 260, it wasn't the vast majority. The Salah haters will do anything to defend slots. Yeah, and Player FC will do anything to defend Salah. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like I said, I support Liverpool, mate. I'm not supporting Slot. I support Liverpool. You support Salah. Graham says, can't have a Sunday dinner without loads of gravy. Absolutely right. Shuswa says you weren't great against Spurs. For 80 minutes we were. For 80 minutes we were fine. Yeah, 80 minutes, a great away performance at Spurs, that. 2-0 up, coasting. Absolutely fine. Same as Leeds, to be honest. Leeds, 2-0 up, coasting. Absolutely fine. Standard Liverpool, really. Mackenzie, Semenyo's picked City. What do you think? I'm glad. Yeah, I don't want him at Liverpool. I've said that all along, mate. I do not want him at Liverpool. Ian Young, Semenyo going to City. Good. Glad. I am made up, Ian. We've just been talking about this, yeah. Semenyo going to City is the best thing for Liverpool. I don't want him at Liverpool. Didn't want him at Liverpool. I'm made up he's going somewhere else. It's not the type of signing we needed. There's about 3 other positions minimum we need before we need Semenyo. Who do you think we'll bring in Jan? In Jan, I hope that he'll prioritise going getting a centre forward. I know Isak might only be 2 months, so that might change things. Now the prognosis is a little bit different, but I would still hope that we have to plan to not have him till March, because I know it's 2 months, but 2 months very quickly becomes 3 when you think, well, we're not just going to throw him back in, we're going to ease him back in. March, there's an international break as well, so I imagine what we'll see is it'll be 2 months, becomes 3 months, so we'll not really see him until after that international break in March. So I think we need a centre-forward, and I'd love us to go and get someone in the first week in January. We obviously need a centre-back, that's by the by. We absolutely need a centre-back. Whether or not January's a good market for us to get a centre-back is entirely another question. But we've got a lot of good centre-backs available in Europe. And ideally, if I was spoiling myself, I'd go and get a centre-mid as well. I think we need a centre-mid. So I think we need all 3 down the spine, basically. What do you think, Ian? Shushwa says Semenyo could be good in the left for you on no doubt. He's a good player, mate. What are you on about? No, he is. He's a good player, but he's not a starter for Liverpool. If Liverpool want to win a title, Semenyo isn't going to win us the title. Shell says something not right, Key. 3rd time this week, we both want the same team to win. What's going on? I know, and one of them teams was Everton. Me and you are finally getting on the same page, Shell. Swifty says Liverpool could do a lot worse than Semenyo, Premier League proven. 60 million quid is a lot of money for a player who isn't even Bournemouth's best attacker, or wasn't even Bournemouth's best attacker last season. He's a very, very good player, but he's only a backup if Liverpool want to win the league and win the Champions League. He's not a player that you bring in and start. I don't think he starts every week for City. I think he would be the sort of signing that Eze is for Arsenal. He'll be on the bench the vast majority of the time, and they'll bring him in games like this one in the Cup. He's not Eze's not a starter for Arsenal, is he? Let's be honest. It's the same with Semenyo. He would come in, he would be a versatility, an option off the bench, someone you could throw in to mix things up, but he's not a player that changes things for us. What we saying? Sorry. Will, do you think he'll do at City if he goes there? I think he'll start off the right against City. Or for City, rather. Joel says, I think Slot's shite, to be honest, mate. He's just taking over Klopp's team, and I could do well doing that. Yeah, standard, innit, mate? Yeah, it's the same. Eddie Howe's the same. I think Eddie Howe just needs to move on. Just move Eddie Howe on at Newcastle as well. He's garbage, isn't he? User 260, hope Slot turns it around, but he's really struggling. Swears was another horror show from the manager. Yeah, I agree. Slot is he's really struggling. 6 games unbeaten, 4 wins, 3 clean sheets. He is massively struggling at the minute. Yeah, really, really struggling. He's absolutely on his arse and he's 6 games unbeaten. First team to win at Inter Milan in years. Clean sheet there as well. But yeah, really, really struggling, isn't he? Joe says Eddie out. Hashtag Eddie out. Cheers for sharing the live, Linda. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Graham says Moyes took over a winning team at Old Trafford but struggled. Do you know what the thing is? Not the same with Moyes. Moyes, when he took over at United, he desperately needed to... what are you doing? He desperately needed to reinvigorate the team, didn't he? And change a load of stuff. And it's the same sort of thing with Slot now. He's been forced to change most of the stuff at Liverpool. 92FC says, good evening, how's it going? Yeah, Slot's had to change a lot of this stuff. Oh, it's a great piece of play. Go on. Here's Pino. Into Mateta. Hit it, lad. Oh, shocking. Poor that from Timber. Timber very nearly putting Arsenal in the dogs. In the doghouse. Eze. Great pass from Eze. Bit heavy. Out of play. Madweki can't reach it. Empty says, hashtag Eddie out, Benitez in. Rafa Benitez, get him back in. What a manager. What a manager Rafa Benitez is. Love him. I can't believe I don't know if Jordan's watching. Jordan's our Palace fan. He's a regular on our lives. I have no idea how you can hate Jean-Philippe Mateta as much as you do, given you're a Palace fan. Oh, big chance. Arsenal off the line. Madweki maybe should have done a touch better there. That's a throw into Palace. We love it. We love it. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. I'm so close. I was so close to doing a little cheeky Arsenal win and a goal in the second half. I think it was. Arsenal win goal in the second half was the one I was going to do. Just for a little cheeky dabble. But no, I swerved it. Shell says, oh no, not the Spanish waiter. Talk about your former manager like that, Shell. Respected former manager. European Cup winner. Richards with the throw-in for Palace. 22 minutes in. We've not had a meaningful chance, really, in the game, have we? There's not really been too much going on in the way of clear opportunities for either side. It's been a bit scrappy. Empty says, bring back Roy Hodgson, 2026 is year. Roy Hodgson's doing all right on podcasts at the minute. He's chilling. He's loving life. Him, Tony Pulis, Mick McCarthy. They're and Neil Warnock as well. The Manager's Podcast. It's great stuff. Check it out. Absolutely brilliant. Successful passes. 146 Arsenal, 32 Palace. Excuse me. 92FC. It'll be good if Newcastle win the Carabao Cup. Then I'll have 2 replica cups on my mantelpiece. Can't see it happening though. Have they got? Is it City they've got next round? Newcastle. Here's Eze. Over to Gabriel Jesus. Good ball in. Headed away. Martinelli. Don't dive in. That's better. Much better that from Palace. Much better. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. Let's put these away. Let's put these away. They're a much better side, Palace. Jake, what's the score? It's typical. It's the Arsenal favourite score. It's 0-0. It's boring, 0-0 with boring Arsenal. But Palace are doing their bit. Palace are having a go. Oliver Glasner, proper manager, who's really trying to, take some risks and push some players forward. Arteta's not interested in that. Empty says, what team needs Loris Karius after getting his career back on track at Schalke? What team needs Loris Karius back? Well, I don't know, actually. I guess, has he got his career back on track? I'd say stay at Schalke. Stay in Germany. He's, where he's doing well. Martinelli, good ball in, chance. Oh, what a save from Benitez. Oh my God, what a save. That was absolutely outrageous from the goalkeeper. Top quality. I think Arsenal really should have put that one away. Should have been 1-0, but it's an absolutely fabulous save from Benitez, the ex-PSV keeper, the Argentina number 2. What a save that is. Ginga says, evening key, hoping for an Arsenal loss. I hate Arsenal. You and me both, mate. And Arsenal PL3 says, and we win, that's all that matters. Yeah, no, but you don't know, do you? You don't win. You don't win. Your trophy cabinet tells you don't win. You by clear evidence you don't win. United have won more than Arsenal in their banter era. That tells you everything you need to know. Ethan says, surprised Liverpool aren't as in for Semenyo as other clubs. I honestly don't think Semenyo's the right option. Like I said, I'm glad that we're not getting him. I don't think we ever were really in for him, and I don't honestly think he's the right approach. So I'm glad that Arne Slot agrees with me. Jake, Arsenal are the most boring team in the world. They're certainly up there. They're certainly up there. And Truman says, I'm going to check on that podcast. What is it called? I think it's called The Manager's Podcast. Yeah, check it out. Mick McCarthy, Tony Pulis. Twisted Fate says, come on, Palace. Yes, come on, Palace. That's what we want. Come on, Palace. Come on, the Eagles. 92FC says, was Enfield Agenda blaming Newcastle for Isak's injury? Seen something but not seeing it properly. I'll be honest, mate. I don't watch him. I don't know anything about him. Yeah, it's not. It's not a dig, by the way. I genuinely don't watch any other Liverpool content creators. Really, I don't mind the Anfield rap and the Red Men are all right, but like I'll only catch him in passing. As a general rule, I don't really have a lot of time to watch other content creators. If I do, it's usually before games. Like I'll watch. Like Toffee TV, for example, we're watching Everton. I'll maybe watch a bit of Ped and Baz and see what Toffee TV are commenting about the game. See what the fans' opinion is. And I'll do the same for Arsenal. I'll check AFTV out. That's just part of my due diligence. But yeah, I wouldn't check Anfield Agenda for how Liverpool fans are feeling. Because I know how Liverpool fans are feeling. Martinelli. Oh, that's a brilliant bit of defending, far post there. Do you know what? I don't care what anyone says. He is the best player, Martinelli. He is the best, certainly the best wide player. I think he's better than Saka. He's better than Saka, Martinelli. I'd have him at Liverpool. He's absolutely fantastic. He's created the biggest chances in the game. Absolute top quality effort, that. Gabriel Jesus with the save and cleared away by Mitchell. Twisted Fate can never write off United winning a cup, unlike Arsenal. Arsenal PL3 says Pino scored more than Vert, so that makes Pino better. Yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Shell says, see, I told you you were a blue, really. Toffee TV. Ain't wrong with Ped and Baz. Keep him out. Oh, Arsenal scuff it over the bar. Ethan says, would you have Saka at Liverpool? No. I'd not over Salah anyway. No, I'd rather have Salah than Saka. But Martinelli on the left-hand side, for me, if we were going to go and pay £60 million for a left-sided player, it wouldn't be Semenyo, it'd be Martinelli. I'd go and get Martinelli from Arsenal. That would be proper big balls signing that, because Arsenal fans don't quite rate him. It's mad. There's a reason Jurgen Klopp said he was basically one of his favourite non-Liverpool players, Martinelli. He is made for us. He would come to Liverpool and thrive. He would be absolutely brilliant. I'm telling you, he would be fantastic at Liverpool, Martinelli. Definitely not appreciated at Arsenal. MT says Martinelli is a pace merchant. He's not a footballer. Well, I remember a certain Chelsea were saying the same about Mo Salah not that long ago, mate. Chelsea were saying exactly the same about Mo Salah when he was there. Twisted Face says Martinelli was great before Arteta got his hands on him. This is what I mean. I agree. He kills creative flair and attacking play. Pep Guardiola's the same in many ways. Thierry Henry always said it, didn't he? He hated playing under Pep Guardiola. And who's Pep Guardiola's student? This fella. Very structured, overly disciplined, doesn't like creativity, doesn't like flair or spontaneity. He's not that guy. He's very much about organisation and structure, and that's why the best bit about Arsenal is their defence, isn't it? That's fine, and it's good. He's a good defensive manager, a bit like Sam Allardyce. Great defensive manager, top quality. But everything else. User 260. Don't think Martinelli's made for slot style. Don't know if anyone is made for a slot team, to be honest. Mate, how bad do you think Arne Slot is as a manager? Like, are you simultaneously saying he's such a bad manager and yet he's the only manager in history to come in and win a Premier League without spending any money? First season. First go, he's come in and won. I don't think any manager will ever do that again. Not only has no manager ever done it before, I don't think any manager will ever do it again. He literally came in, took over someone else's squad and won the Premier League. It's never going to happen. And you think he's terrible. It's crazy. It's crazy. Tiatana says, is there a halftime quiz today? There's a halftime quiz always. I will try to make one in the next 15 minutes. I haven't got one prepared. But we have done halftime quizzes today in the Senegal v Botswana game. So maybe we'll do one shortly. MT says Scott would have been fantastic under Klopp. And Donath says good game from Tanzania. Yes, lots of love to Tanzania. Swifty says Liverpool need a replacement for Salah. Can they afford another project player from Germany? I think Elise is the one that Liverpool have been heavily linked to. So it wouldn't surprise me if he went and got Elise. Drizzy's dad says Semenyo choosing City. Thoughts? Well, he only really had Chelsea to choose from, didn't he? It was City, Chelsea and United, allegedly. And yeah, Liverpool and Arsenal haven't made a big play for him. I think him going to City is probably the right thing for his career. Certainly better than Chelsea, who've got 19 wingers. And certainly better than Man United, who they'd have him playing at left wing back. So... yeah, I think he's done the best thing by going to Manchester City. I didn't want him at Liverpool, so I'm glad he's gone there. Lou says, shocking this lad. Wow, Prem teams are so boring to watch now. No. Hang on. Lou, this is not all Prem teams. It's not even most Prem teams. This is Arsenal. Any game involving Arsenal, mate, they kill games of football. They are the best team in Europe in terms of creativity, in terms of controlling games of football, but the worst in terms of actual creativity. They're dreadful. And this is why they're so poor to watch. Premier League games are fantastic, but this fella, he murders Premier League games. Twisted Fate says Arteta took Fergie's words of attack wins games, defence wins trophies too literally, because he can't set up a good attacking force. Very true. MT says Mohamed Amora would be a fantastic fit at Liverpool. I've seen him a few times at Wolfsburg, Amora. He's not bad. If I was going for anyone from the Bundesliga as a striker, it would be Burkhardt. I honestly think Jonathan Burkhardt. I was hoping we would sign him last season when he was at Mainz, but he's gone to Frankfurt and he's fantastic. I like him a lot. Max Bayer as well maybe would be another option from Dortmund, but I think he would take a little bit of time to get used to the Prem, whereas I think Burkhardt could slot straight in. And he's a good goal scorer, he's a good finisher. His numbers are good. He's scoring in the Champions League in big games against Atletico Madrid and You know, he can do it in the big moments, yeah. 92FC says, a lot of fans have such high expectations when it comes to Slot, he will always fail in their eyes. Again, I think it's mostly because of Salah though, mate. This is it. There's a lot of Liverpool fans that are only actually... They're not Liverpool fans. They're not Liverpool fans. They follow Liverpool because of Mo Salah. And that might be because they're an overseas fan. Maybe they're from Egypt or Africa, or there's something about Mo Salah I don't know that they've got a particular affinity with. And for that reason, they follow Salah. And therefore, any slight on Salah is a slight on them. So they don't have any interest in whether or not it's best for Liverpool or any of that stuff. Mo Salah, that's what Liverpool fans are dealing with at the minute. There's Liverpool fans who want the best for Liverpool, and then there's Salah Player FC, basically. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're up against. Lisha, key mate, I've done one for you already. Send it over to your DMs at 6:30. Oh, did you? What DMs? I mean, DMs on TikTok. I didn't see it. I'll have a look. I'll have a look again. 1 second. MT says, don't think Liverpool need a striker. Think Adeyemi could be a good one too. Liverpool need backup left back more than a winger. We don't need a backup left back. We've got two. We've got two left backs. Why would we need another left back? Twisted Fake says, Key, would you say I'm lying if I said even watching United is more enjoyable than watching Arsenal? I fall asleep watching these games. No, I agree. But there's not many teams in the Premier League who are worse to watch, who are less enjoyable to watch than Arsenal. There's not many. There's some difficult teams to watch, you know. Fulham are difficult under Marco Silva. Forest under Sean Dyche, yeah, not great. But even they have some moments. Arsenal just don't. They don't take any chances. They don't take any risk. They're so anti going forward. It's difficult to watch. Empty says Robbo is old. Yeah, we don't need a left back, mate. We really don't, I promise you. Left back is like 8th or 9th in the priorities list for Liverpool. Unknown says, yeah, TikTok, didn't know anywhere I could have sent you anywhere. You could have maybe sent it on Twitter, but even still, that's fine. I'll have a look on TikTok. I didn't see it when I was setting everything up earlier, but I'll have a look. Truman, is this a normal time for a cup game? It's not a normal day for a cup game. It's the only reason it is on the 23rd of December is because both teams are going far in other competitions and they're trying to sort of reschedule the calendar to make sure it fits. Ginga says Jesus looks like he's hurt himself again. I think he's up and on though. He's still there, isn't he? Should be fine. I like Gabriel Jesus. Again, another player who shouldn't have joined Arsenal. I think he was better fitted going somewhere else. Is your Twitter the same? Yes, yeah. Search Key Thomas on Twitter, you'll find me, mate. Still 0-0, it is, yeah. Still 0-0. Not an awful lot in the way of clear chances for either Arsenal or Palace, if we're dead honest. Empty says, I think centre-back's the biggest need. If the other kid stays fit, one is enough. But when Canate leaves, you need two. Yes, I think we need one in January, and then we need a Canate replacement in the summer. So I agree, yeah, we will need two, but we need one in January. Because Canate is going, of course he is. Of course he is. Ben says, shit this match. I don't promise they're all winners. And we knew, to be honest, Senegal v Botswana was a difficult watch earlier today. That one finished 3-0. At least we saw goals. But it was basically a training match. Botswana had one touch in the opposition box. One touch in the Senegal penalty area for Botswana today. I don't think they had a shot. 0 shots compared to about 23 for Senegal. Aaron says Lee Gunner has a point with Arsenal, even though he gets crap for his opinion. He has a point. Or what's his point? I don't know. I don't follow Lee Gunner either, to be honest. Jake says it's because Palace played on Thursday last week, so that's why they had to move it to today. Lewis Skelly does well, gives the ball away. That's going to be a foul, I think. Is it a foul to Arsenal? It is, yeah. Lewis Skelly Oh, he tried the quick free kick and Arteta's raging at the ref. He's raging at him. David Jarvie says, come on Palace, LFC fan. Good lad, David. Yes, come on Palace. Empty says, Lennart Carl would be top class at Liverpool. That kid is great. I'd love Lennart Carl as well, but again, we need experience. Liverpool are already carrying a lot of young players. That's what we've basically built our summer transfer strategy on, is young players. Vert's 21. We've got Rio Engamoa, who's 17. We've got KuPS, 21. Ekatike, 22. Leone, 18. You know, we've gone out and signed a load of young players. And we need some experienced heads in there. We're missing some experienced pros. Great defending this from Palace. It's absolute. That's handball, sir. That was handball. Surely. Must be. Arsenal. Great save from Benitez again. Top quality Benitez. He's done very well there. Jake, Ben, you all ready for the big day then? What big day? What big day? What's the big day? Oh, we're on about Christmas Day, the big day. I was thinking then, yeah, I'm all ready for the big day. You all ready for the big day? Gingis's Palace can nick something here. You just have to let Arsenal huff and puff and they eventually get nervous and allow the opposition to grow in confidence. And Empty says, I think experience does not matter. You need leaders. Does not matter how much experience they got. I don't know about that. I think leadership doesn't always come in the form of youth. Generally speaking, you need to have been around the block a little bit. You need to have played a few games and know how to get yourself through a tough 90 minutes. And that's what Liverpool lacked against Spurs. That is the problem we had against Spurs, is you had players like, even Gravenberch's a relatively, not an inexperienced player, but the ball was coming to Jones and Gravenberch, and these are players who were trying to do too much. All they needed to do was just keep hold of the ball, just keep hold of it, pass it off to the side. No, can't, just slow it down. You don't need to try anything extravagant. And that was the big problem for Liverpool. We tried too much. We had KuPS, we had Frimpong and Gravenberch and Wirtz and Jones, and all we needed was a Jordan Henderson or a James Milner in that moment. A Jordan Henderson or James Milner absolutely would have done us perfect in that moment. Ethan says, McAllister being bad going under the radar this season, stunk it up so far. Expected him to be one who would stand up and be counted when it gets tough. Oh, Ethan, I could not agree more, mate. I've been banging this drum all season. Can you stick around? Because I need a few more people in the chat backing me up on McAllister. He is an absolute nightmare. Since day one, he's played 2 good games all season. In fact, maybe only one. One good game all season McAllister's played. Real Madrid at home. And it's no surprise he was linked with them over the summer. Arsenal down the left-hand side. Martinelli, fantastic chance. Oh, head over the bar from Timber. Martinelli has been Arsenal's standout player so far. He's been terrific. He should be man of the match here. He should have 2, maybe even 3 assists. Look at that. Absolutely tearing him apart. Great pass. Great cross. Timber, miles over. Shocking. Kinga says people underestimate the dark arts of football. Game management, such a key element too. It is. And that's basically what we had with James Milner and Jordan Henderson. They'd get cards. They'd come off the bench and just get a player. They'd just get booked. Just slow an attack down. Slow an attack down. Stop. Calm it down. Break up attacks. Just slow everything down. They were perfect at that. And it is, as you say, so underrated. Scottish GHK, hi Key, just out of hospital for 4 days. Major problem sorted, but on day 7 of constant hiccups. Absolute nightmare. Oh, blimey. That's awful, mate. I'm hoping you're feeling better. 4 days. Do you know what? I was wondering where you was as well. I was thinking, where the bloody hell is he? But I'm glad you're okay and you're sorted now, or hopefully at least feeling a little bit better. RCPV says, hey, I'm in my lunchtime in Honduras. Do you think Arsenal can win? I expect Arsenal will win. They always get it done, don't they? They always get it. It'll bounce in off someone's arse in the 95th minute. It'll go in an own goal, or they'll get a penalty or something boring. It's standard for Arsenal. This is what they do. This is what Arsenal do. It's what they're about. So yes, I'm pretty confident Arsenal win at the end of this tie. However, I'm just, quietly hoping for a Palace win. Brendan, is there a halftime quiz key? Yes, there will be. Yes, apparently our friend Lisha has prepared one for us. So it's not a quiz done by me, I will say that. So if it's really good, I'll take credit for it. But if it's really bad, then it wasn't my fault. But there is a quiz. David says Arsenal goal, love it. Josh, lagging like crazy for me. Well, I don't know why. Everything's fine here. You can check me out over on the other place. It's not lagging over there. Ethan says, that's the one thing City have always managed to keep in the team was Fernandinho for years when he passed that torch to Bernardo, always making fouls without ever doing too much to get sent off. Love that. That's absolutely brilliant. Bang on assessment, yeah. Couldn't agree more. It's not even just City, is it? It's every successful team. Every successful team, they managed to do that whole transition piece while also keeping a couple of shit bags, basically. A couple of experienced heads. And there's no successful team that's ever done. I mean, even if you look at Arsenal now, Arsenal have still got players in there who you'd expect to help them dig in. But they've not got as many as City. There's still quite a young core to this Arsenal side, and that's why the whole bottler thing sticks. There's not enough wise old heads in this Arsenal squad, and that's why I still think they'll fall away when it comes to City. There's still that whole, they got the point away at City. Yes! There's still that about them. Jordan, literally 0 positives to take from this half. As a Palace fan, you think? Mate, you're still in the game. Still in the game. That's a massive positive for Palace. Unknown says, Lisha, you should make a Discord where we make a community. There you can make announcements like when you're live, where we can interact on there too, etc. Yes, I have got one. I've just not, dished it out. I really need to put it on the live somewhere. I might have to put, maybe down here. Yeah, I might put a QR code down here in one of the games going forward. I'll see if I can do that. And then if people want to join, we've got a private Discord, you can join it. 3-star Reds, I am Shell. Knee still going, giving me jit, but getting there. Yeah, I was going to say, I hope you're doing all right as well, mate. Don't be turning funny on that knee. Adam says Palace just going through the motions first half. Listen, 0-0 is still a win for Palace at half-time. This is better than what we thought. Jimmy P, Arsenal always bringing the fun games. How's it going, Nathan? What's the score? It's 0-0. Arsenal 0, Palace 0. 10 seconds to half-time here. Phew, Martinelli did just get a little bit of a connection with his knee there. User 260, I agree. McAllister has been the biggest issue. Slot chose to drop others, though. No, he dropped McAllister too. Yeah, he dropped McAllister too. And to be honest, he hasn't really got anyone else he can play over McAllister. That's the other big issue, is there's nobody else he can play. Wataru Endo, God love him, he's getting on. He's a little bit of a liability in terms of the legs. At least McAllister can sort of get around the pitch. But he's been dreadful. And I think you have to back that your World Cup winning 26-year-old, player who's been a superstar for us for the last couple of seasons. I think you've got to back him that he'll turn it round. And every game he has a bad one and you think, oh, it can't keep going on like this. But it's the old Mick McCarthy thing. It can. And it has. That's basically what's happened with McAllister. He keeps going. I'll back him to turn it round because it's better putting him there than it is Wataru Endo or Nayoni. We haven't really got anyone else. Jordan says the system doesn't work if we don't have anything on the counter. And Jordan, imagine an Eddie winner. Lisha says, I'll tell you it's a good one and requires real football heads to know the answers. So buckle up, ladies and gents. There you go, that's fighting talk. D says, not consistent enough. Arsenal are still missing quality. Abdi Samad, Arsenal, more chances missing. Knee-on-knee clash is a nasty jelly leg. Yeah, he's... It's usually just an impact thing, though, isn't it? He won't be out for a while. I think he might even come back on after half-time. But if it's a bruised... If it's a bruised, like, knee bone or whatever, patella, bruised patella, he might just have a little bit of swelling for a few days. Jimmy P says, lagging really bad, Key. You have to get yourself over to the other place, Jimmy. I don't know if you can hear me. Ollie, what are you doing at Christmas? Christmas. I am... What am I doing at Christmas, actually? I don't know. I've got the in-laws round. We're doing the whole family thing and whatever, you know. We'd play Christmas games and have food and lots of drink and all that stuff. So it'll all be good. But then we'll probably... I don't know what time... To be honest, I'm working. I'm live with you guys at 5:30. Right, half-time here. Half-time. Let me check TikTok, because TikTok's gone a bit doolally. 1 second. I'll restart. Right, hang on. Okay. Oh, Lisha, there's some in there we are definitely not going to be able to do. I think you're giving people far too much credit. Absolutely far too much credit. Right, so... Half-time quiz. Right, so, half-time quiz. This is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13. Right, so, half-time quiz. This is from one of our regulars, Lisha, who has sent this through. So this is... He said 15, but I don't think there is 15. Or if there is, I'm not sure we'll get it. We certainly won't get all 15. No, there's no way. There is absolutely no way. So basically what we're looking for is players who've played for both Arsenal and Palace. That's the question. There's players. These are the players who've played for both Arsenal and Palace. There's a large cross-section of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably a third of them that you've sent here, Lisha, that aren't even in the Premier League era. Which, I'll be honest, doesn't necessarily mean the end of the world for everyone. But I think for the first few, we want to try and keep it recent. So I would say, let's limit it just to the Premier League. Crystal Palace and Arsenal played for in the Premier League. There you go. Let's try that. They've got to have played for Arsenal and Palace in the Premier League. Eze and Nketiah is obviously correct. Yes. Eze, you've got. Nketiah is right. Keep them going. Ian Wright, correct. Righty. Any more for any more? Keep them coming. Scottish GHK, yep, Ian Wright. Made a competitive match. It is very, very strong. We can do, I would say start it with the Premier League ones, and then we'll see if there's any you can do, maybe the ones even further back, because there's a load that even I've not heard of myself. I haven't even heard of them, let alone know who they are. Paul Merson. Paul Merson isn't right. No, I don't think Paul Merson ever played for Everton, did he? For Everton? For Palace? Yeah, not Paul Merson. Yaya Sanogo is correct. Yeah, Sanogo is right. Ian Wrong. As any Aluko calls him. Ian Wrong, yes. Kenny Sansom. Kenny Sansom is right. Yep, Kenny Sansom. Adebayor, says Tiatana. Correct. Adebayor. It's one that flies under the radar a little bit, Adebayor. Everyone forgets he played for Palace. Not Dean Henderson, 3-star. No, he never played for Arsenal. Palace and United he was. Ashley Cole, great shout. And Rob Holding as well, yeah. Ashley Cole, Rob Holding. Both good answers, yeah. Keep them coming. Any more for any more? By my money, we've got four more in the Premier League era. By my money. Not Sol Campbell. Brendan, you've got Everton on the brain. Are you sure you're a Liverpool fan? We've got a lot of Everton fans in the chat, mate. That's all it is. I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? Just trying to look after people. That's all it is. Not Andy Johnson, Ben. No, Andy Johnson never played for Arsenal. Ethan says, what was the question? It's Palace and Arsenal players. We're specifically focusing on Premier League era players who have played for both Arsenal and Palace. I'll give you the ones we've got so far. Eze, Nketiah, Ian Wright, Yaya Sanogo, Kenny Sansom, Emmanuel Adebayor, Ashley Cole, and Rob Holding. There's another 4 that I haven't got. Anyone's got so far, or I've not seen mentioned. Not Sol Campbell. Yaya Sanogo's correct. Not Andy Johnson. Nketiah we've already got. Seaman. No, Seaman never played for Palace. Scottish HK. Paul DIY Cov. Did he actually ever play for Palace? I don't know if he did he? He moved around a little bit, Paul Dickov, didn't he? But he did. He was on loan at Palace in 2007, but did he actually play in the Premier League? Palace in the Premier League at that point? No, third consecutive season in the Championship. Yeah. He never played for Palace in the Premier League, Paul Dickov. Sambi Lakonga, yes. Lakonga is correct, as is Chamak, Matt Upson, correct, both of them. Christ, you're on a bit of a roll now. Dickov did, yeah. Jenkinson and Mavropanos, not Mavropanos. I think Jenkinson did play for Palace, didn't he? Jenkinson. He's not listed in this list, but Jenkinson. Carl Jenkinson. Did he play for Palace? Sure he did. No, he didn't. Charlton, West Ham, Birmingham, Forest, no. Julian Gray. I think Julian Gray was on the initial list that Lisha sent me. Was he? No, Julian Gray is not on the list that Lish has submitted to me, so I'm going to say no. Adebayor we've got, Flamini we've got. There's one left to get. Matt Turner. Have we got Matt Turner? Matt Turner is correct, I think. Is it? I should know, shouldn't I? The quiz master. Matt Turner, goalkeeper, played for Leeds. No, not that guy. That's a different Matt Turner. Matt Turner. He did play a game for Palace. He did go on loan to Palace, but he didn't play a game. Daniel, how entertained have you been by Arsenal this half? I mean, that's clearly no. Now you're just trolling. Sonogo, Andy Linnigan is correct. Tiatana, but it's not the one that we're thinking of. But that's going back. Andy Linnigan's going back some time, isn't it? Ethan McGoldrick. Jesus Christ, you're naming all the ones that I said people wouldn't get. Eddie McGoldrick, Andy Linnigan, both correct. There's 3 others that Lisha sent through that I haven't written down because I was like, I don't think they're going to get them. Matt Turner is correct. Well, he didn't play a game for Palace. He didn't play a game for him. He did go on loan, but he didn't play a game. Black and Charlton. Tommy Black is there. I've not got Charlton. Jason Crow. Yeah, he's in the list. Liam Brady. See, this is it. See, we're going well back. Well back. Eddie McGoldrick, Linnigan, yeah, both of them correct. The one that you've not got, that I had, that was Premier League era, was Stuart Taylor. Stuart Taylor was the only one that you haven't yet got. But the only others, Kenny Sansom we've already had. Kenny Sansom, Ashley Cole, Matthew Flamini, Adebayor, Shamak, Yaya Sanogo, and then he had Andy Linnigan, Eddie McGoldrick, Tommy Black, Jason Crow, Peter Nicholas, all of which I would have said, I don't know many who's going to know those chaps, to be fair. Eddie Nketiah, Matthew Upson, Stuart Taylor, Yaya Sanogo, fine. Rob Holding, etc. Some good ones there. George Wood, Paul Barron. Jesus Christ, how far back are you going? Daniel says, what year did he debut retire? I don't know. Google the name. Google the name and see. I'd be intrigued. I would imagine these are going back 60 odd years probably. Peter Nicholas. Peter Nicholas. Let's have a look. Peter Nicholas. Arsenal. Jesus Christ. Peter Nicholas was playing for Arsenal. Oh, in the early 80s, to be fair. Early 80s. Could maybe get away with him. But they didn't do too bad. No, that was a good quiz, that. Good quiz. Hey, and it took us through to the second half, hasn't it? And nothing else. I like that, mate. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you. Yeah, there you go. Palace and Arsenal players. Thanks to Lisha for that one. Very, very kind of you, mate. Right, let me try and get back on the other place, because for whatever reason that went down and everyone was saying it was lagging. Okay. Empty says, Key, you young lads have lots to learn. Hey, I'll take that, mate. If he's calling me a young lad, I'll take that all day. Scottish GHK says, Clive Allen going way back, played for almost every London club. And Brendan says, Ebenezer Scrooge had loads of spells at Arsenal and Palace. Thank you to the Quizmaster. Yeah, big thanks. Love that. I'll claim the next one. I won't tell him you've sent it me. Right. Benitez is out warming up for the second half. Excuse me. Arsenal have got plenty of substitutes there. Rice, Zubamendi, Wanyuri, Trossard, Gyökeres, Odegaard, Saka. They've got plenty of options off the bench if Arteta chooses to throw caution to the wind. Something which he never really does, let's be honest. It's very anti his ideology. It's not really a... And look at the Palace bench. The Palace bench. Joel Drakes-Thomas, Caden Rodney, Romain Eze, Justin Devaney. He's not got Christantus Uche. There's not an awful lot of players there they can call on that are experienced that can help them get through the game. Unknown says, sometimes I forget we have young ones who aren't as old-headed as us. I'll have a bit of mercy on tomorrow's one. I wouldn't have thought you'd have been old enough to remember Peter Nicholas, to be fair, Alicia. But hey, to each their own. I'm certainly not old enough. I'm still a young gun. Wonder kid. Daniel says, who do you think have been the top 5 players to have played for both clubs? Right, let's have a look. Ashley Cole, Ian Wright, Adebayor, probably Eze. You'd have to give Eze one, wouldn't you? But I'd say Wright. I mean, Kenny Sansom wasn't a bad player. Kenny Sansom did all right for Arsenal and for England. There was a time, that was a quiz question once upon a time. Who was the last player to play for England with a moustache? Kenny Sansom. That was one of the quiz questions I always remember. Right. Let's get kicked off for the second half. 15 seconds in. There you go. We're off. We're off for the second half. Oh, no, we're not. 25. There you go. It's a bit better. Daniel, it only took you 12 months for you to admit you're a gunner. I would never. Never, ever, ever. Taylor H says, evening, Key. Good to see you, man. How's it going? And Uncle Ben's Rice. Who do we want winning AFCON? Who do we want winning the AFCON? I'd quite like Salah to do it. Yeah, I'd quite like Egypt to do it. Just purely because it gets that kind of monkey off his back and he's actually won it then for his country. So, yeah, I'd quite like Egypt to do it. Let's go Palace, says Shell. And Daniel says this. The Palace defence has been saved by Benitez and Sellotape. He's only really had to pull off one big save, though, hasn't he? Under the floodlights, says Semenyo to City announcement after the Arsenal game from Fabrizio. That's fine. Good. They can have him. We don't want him at Liverpool. Scottish GHK, wrong. Movember had a few tashes over the years. Well, I guess that was a quiz question anyway, going back. I think even before the whole Movember thing started. It was when I was going pub quizzes. 3-star Red says Forest v Everton being shown live on Sky Sports Cricket next Tuesday. Hopefully they'll be like the England Ashes team and turn up pished. Unknown says, I think Burkina Faso v Equatorial Guinea will be challenging, but have a good one for Cameroon and Gabon. Equatorial Guinea and Burkina Faso should actually be alright. If you look at the Burkina Faso side, there's some good players in there. Ouattara from Brentford and Bertrand Traore, Edmund Tapsoba at Bayer Leverkusen. They've got some real quality at Burkina Faso. With Equatorial Guinea, they're not terrible. I mean, they've got Pedro Obiang in midfield. We saw him score an absolute worldie for West Ham away at Spurs, if you remember that goal. Emilio Nsue, who is the leading all-time goal scorer for Equatorial Guinea. He did once upon a time play for Birmingham City and a few others, I think, in the Championship. Might play for Middlesbrough as well, Nsue. But yeah, so he's there. And Saul Coco as well, centre-back for Torino. Aaron says, does this go straight to pens or extra time and then pens? I think it's straight to pens, I'm almost certain. Jake says, what happened? Apparently it was lagging. I don't know why it was lagging. Yeah, I've just restarted it, that's all. Under the Floodlights says Semenyo, Doku, Haaland, Cherky, Foden does sound nasty, you have to admit. Well, they're not all going to get on the pitch, are they? Cherky's certainly not going to get it. He's not going to get a kick. If Semenyo's playing, Semenyo will be on the right, Foden through the middle, probably Doku off the left, or Marmoush off the left, and Haaland centre forward. Cherky won't get a kick. Yeah, I do. I think it does go straight to pens. I think you're right, Shell. Come on, Palace. 3-star Reds, if this goes to pens, my money would be on Palace with Henderson in goal. It isn't Henderson, no, it's Benitez. It's Benitez in goal. He's Argentina's number 2. Good record at saving pens, though, for PSV. He's done all right. Scottish GHK sent through a gift membership. That's very, very kind of you, mate. What a guy. Really appreciate that, and really hope you're not going back in hospital anytime soon with those hiccups. I'm relieved to hear you're better, mate. That's very, very kind of you. Merry Christmas to you and your family, mate. Thank you so much. And there you go. It's gone to Toddler346. Lovely. Aaron says, must be hard being a world-class player and then playing for a country who are just not at the level. I mean, there's been quite a few players like that over the years, haven't there? I mean, think of Gareth Bale. You know, plenty of top players who have, struggled. Look at George Weah. Christopher Ray was his nephew, wasn't it? Hannah Pigford, how's it going, Hannah? I love Marvel, Vampire Diaries and other things. Nice. My missus likes Vampire Diaries. Well, good to have you in the chat, Hannah. Empty says, Origi has tore his contract up with AC Milan today. Do you take him back? You know what? I'd take anyone back at this point. Lisha, I meant in terms to make it in a quiz format since there isn't a lot of each side to pick from to turn it into a quiz, but Cameroon and Gabon is a good one. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, you're not going to be able to do an Equatorial Guinea versus Burkina Faso quiz. No, that's going to be difficult. That one might have to be a more generic AFCON-related quiz question. But I'll have a think about that one. We've got some time tomorrow. It's only 12:30 kickoff, so it's an early game tomorrow. Victor says, no, he'll play Doku on the left, Cherky and Foden as CAM, Semenyo on the right. I don't think so, Victor. He's not going to play 2 centred attacking mids because he's not got the reliability behind him. He's not got someone who he can put behind him who can do all of the cleaning up. You can't play Foden and Cherky in a centre mid with maybe Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez get overrun. That's never going to happen. That's in your dreams, that stuff, mate. Rodri behind is more than enough. Rodri can't get off the treatment table, mate. He's in the physio room. Rodri's not coming back. Daniel says, would a Liverpool draw against Arsenal be enough for you to count them back in the title race? No, I think if we'd have to come here and win. Same as we won against them at Anfield, we'd have to come here and win. And if we did, then maybe. Who knows? Maybe we could. Empty says, maybe name the 10 biggest city in both countries combined. Can you name a country in Burkina Faso without Googling it? I can only name the capital city. After that, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. I can do capital cities. I'm pretty good with geography to that degree, but I can't. I don't think I could manage the Equatorial Guinea. I think I would struggle after the capital cities of both. That would be me out. So it might be difficult, that. Jay says Nico runs the midfield and Semenyo doesn't get in. I'm a City fan. I think Semenyo starts for City, but I don't think he... Yeah, I think he probably gets in over Cherky. Palace corner, straight into the side netting. Brendan says, think we'd be mad not to get Origi when he's available on a free, even if just for 6 months. We've no backup with Isak injured and he knows the club. I know, mate, but did you see him at Nottingham Forest? I genuinely think, he had a bigger gut than me. He was a big lad, Origi, at Nottingham Forest. He's really, really he's let himself go. And that's, I know that's maybe the pot calling the kettle, but I'm not a professional footballer. So, I wouldn't have Origi back. I really wouldn't. I just think it'd be a waste of time. I don't think we're going to see a renaissance of him at any. And to be honest, I'd rather play a young 18-year-old centre forward out the academy before I played Origi. Tony Stark says Semenyo, Foden, Doku, Haaland up front. It's not rocket science. I agree. No, I agree. Yes, Semenyo, Foden, Doku, Haaland up front. I absolutely agree. Victor says Foden and Cherky can rotate. Well, they can, but they're not going to, are they? If Foden's fit, he starts. If Foden's fit, he starts. And that's all that Cherky will care about. Same as Eze here. If Eze and Odegaard are fit, who starts? It's the captain. It ain't Eze. And it's the same sort of thing with with City, sorry. Same sort of thing with City. Cherky will be on the bench while Foden starts. And he might get the cup games. And he might come on at half, 60 minutes or whatever. But he ain't going to be a regular starter for City. Here's Wharton. Palace growing into this game. I've got to say, 10 minutes into the second half, starting to see a little bit more of a performance here from Palace. Aaron says, who's the worst player you've seen at Liverpool? Mine is Milan Jovanovic. He was pretty bad, yes, but I don't think I have seen a worse player for us than... Oh, do you know what? There's so many. There's so many. Jovanovic was bad. But there's worse. There's definitely worse than him. I mean, you've got to kind of balance it a little bit because, I remember us signing. Do you remember Manuel Pellegrino? He later went on to manage Southampton. We signed him when he was 35 and he was Argentinian, and Benitez just wanted someone to come in and be his eyes and ears in the dressing room, and he came in. Oh, he was awful, but he was 35. So what was we expecting? He was crap. Balotelli was dreadful, but he still scored a couple, didn't he? Still got a couple of half-decent goals for us. Do you know what? I'd probably go with Konchesky was bad, but Poulsen. Oh, Christian Poulsen in that midfield. Oh, my sweet Lord. MCFC George says Fabrizio just said Semenyo's joining City. Check his TikTok. I agree. I'm happy. I'm glad. Like I said, as a Liverpool fan, I am made up. I don't want Liverpool signing Semenyo. So I'm made up that he's going somewhere else. And I think if he had the choice between City and Chelsea and United, God forbid, he was always going to choose City, wasn't he? Chelsea have got about 19 wingers. United, why would anyone join United over City? But also, they would have him playing left back, wouldn't they? Playing left wing back. Unknown says, listen, for that particular game, then do you want me to make a generic AFCON one linking it back to the Prem? Honestly, mate, I don't want to. I will appreciate whatever you do, okay? So don't feel like you have to do anything. If you're busy, you've got other stuff going on, don't prioritise doing this for me. Honestly, we can work around it. We've done games without quizzes. We've done ones on the fly, and it's been fine. So if you can do one, that's brilliant. That's really lovely. But don't feel like you have to. I don't want to take up your time or disrespect you in any way in that sense. So if you can do it, that's great. But don't feel like you have to. If you come tomorrow and you're watching the live and you fancy watching us, which would be great, yeah, maybe bring one along. But don't feel like you have to. Ben Hughes says Joe Cole was pretty woeful, but his knee was gone by then. Yeah, Joe. I mean, there was some who were like that. Joe Cole, Voronin. Voronin was more about what he said than anything. Tony Stark says Semenyo is 100 times better than Gakpo and Chiesa. Well, he's not better than Gakpo. Chiesa he probably is because his knee isn't exploding every 5 minutes. But yeah, I don't think Semenyo will achieve what Chiesa's done in his career. Like I said, Semenyo's a good player. I like Semenyo, but I just don't think he's right for Liverpool. I wouldn't have him at Liverpool. I think he'd be a bench player for us, put it that way. Tony Stark is clearly better than Gakpo. Well, again, I would question that. I don't think he is. I think Cody Gakpo's had a bad start to the season, but he's phenomenal. I wouldn't be getting rid of Cody Gakpo anytime soon. I don't think any Liverpool fan would. Victor says no good replacement for Salah. Semenyo's not a replacement for Salah. No, Semenyo is a backup for Salah, if that. He's certainly not a replacement for Salah. Daniel says, what did Voronin say? I just said some disparaging things about Liverpool and the accent and the food and the weather and the people and everything. Just basically repeated the stuff that Boris Johnson says. Ben says El Hadji Diouf probably the worst ever. Actually, he was the worst ever pound for pound because we paid 12 million quid for him. Turned down the chance of signing Nicolas Anelka. It was a bad idea. We just never should have got him. Tony Stark, does stats not count? Well, I mean, what stats are you looking at? You can only be looking at this season's stats. Because Gakpo's stats last season were still pretty good. And, stats matter to some extent, but they don't matter everything. Like, you don't just look at stats and go, he's a wonderful player. So, I mean, some people do, evidently you do, but no, that's not the way I watch footy. I don't think you can watch players through a spreadsheet. Goals, assists, chances created. Yeah, Gakpo's pretty good on them. Gakpo's scored more match winners than Semenyo, put it that way. Gakpo turns up in the big moments. He's scored winners for us in really, really big games. Tony, isn't that why you guys think Salah is the best player in Premiership history? I don't think that. I can't speak for other people, mate. I'm not going to paint anyone's opinions on you. I'd like you not to do the same for me. I don't think Salah's the best player in Premier League history. Erdy says Gakpo is underrated. He just gets a lot of stick at the minute, and it's mostly from Liverpool fans, funnily enough. Because Liverpool fans we're a bit weird. We tend to we have a scapegoat no matter what is going on at the club. We can be flying top of the league, 10 unbeaten, absolutely flying. Someone has to be getting some stick. Someone will be getting some stick, and I'm telling you, nearly 99 times out of 100, it's been Gakpo over the last 6 months. Doesn't matter how good we're playing. Scottish GHK says, El Hadj different. I once persuaded a mate his name meant waste of money, and he still believes it. Fenix says, who would you get as a replacement for Salah? I think Elise is the one that stands out. Oh! Kepa, very nearly. Yeah, nearly went in straight off the throw-in there. Good grief. Unknown says, no, not at all. Happy to support the channel in ways I can, but make you keep looking out for the TikTok DMs then, because Twitter says it doesn't allow me to send you messages. Really? I think maybe I have to be following you as well. It might be that. It might be you follow me and I follow you, and then we can message you. We'll figure it out. I promise you, mate. We'll figure it out. I'll message you back on TikTok and we'll sort out some way. We'll get a Discord going anyway. I'll prioritise that because you're absolutely right. LJ says, please, can extra time and penalties take place tonight? I have to go. Good night to you all. LJ, lots of love, mate. Hopefully we do have penalties and this just fizzes out because it's looking like a terrible game so far. Palace are going to pinch this on penalties, I think. Bradder says, has this been an enjoyable game? Who's looked the better so far? First half, all Arsenal. Benitez made some really big saves. Second half, Arsenal haven't done anything. First 15 minutes of the second half, if anything, it's mostly Palace. So Palace have started to come out and play all right. Tony Stark says, loved El Hadji Diouf at Rangers. To be honest, a lot of the other clubs that had Diouf quite liked him. He was really well liked at Bolton, really well liked at Leeds to a degree as well under Neil Warnock. Blackburn even to an extent, but yeah, not Liverpool, no, absolutely not. Arsenal, chance, great clearance from Palace. Be yourself, Dylan Wharton, what a miss. And Victor says, I don't think Elise will want to go from Bayern. I think he will. I think Elise will at some point want to move to a team that can win the Champions League. Bayern can't win the Champions League. They're not going to compete at that end of the table, and I think Kane's going to leave, and that's going to change things. We all know what... I don't know if you follow Bayern space, but we all know that Bayern, they're not all well behind the scenes. You know, they're still struggling after losing out to Wirtz, and they're not the team, the club they once were. The facilities aren't fantastic. Pidge, love the stream as always, mate. C'est good. Yes, love it, Pidge. Good to see you, man. R. Mackenzie says, I must say, Key, you're the most respectful, down-to-earth Liverpool fan I've watched. Can you stick around and keep saying that every few minutes? Just because there's a few people who disagree with you. I've had a lot of bad comments recently. So anything along them lines, love it. Fantastic. Thanks very much, mate. I really appreciate that. It's very nice of you to say. Ethan says, thoughts on the links to Soloff and Depay. I saw them. They are really, really depressing, aren't they? Memphis Depay to Liverpool would break me. And Soloff even more so. But, do you know what? It depends. I guess it just depends, because it's not Slot's fault. Slot gets given a bunch of players to work with. And if the club are saying, we haven't got the money right now, or the January market doesn't look great, like we'd have to overpay for certain players, and they don't want to do that until the summer, you need to go and get a short-term, like, plaster, a little sticking plaster fix, then maybe the only options we've got are Depay's and Origi's and Sorlots, and Slot might just have to take what he's got. Scottish GHK says the cameraman has had a better game than any player, more movement and focus. Tony Stark, he won the double at Rangers and put Scott Brown in his place. And Tom Hartley says, my stepdad's a Liverpool fan, got a soft spot for them. Good lad, Tom. Right, Saka's about to come on for Arsenal here. Peter says, Arsenal, which is on top of the table, is going to win the game. Daniel says, did you like Prime Depay? No. No, he was terrible, wasn't he? Tony Stark says, Slot spent 500 million, it's not Slot's fault. Tony, I can only assume you have no idea how Liverpool sign players. Arne Slot doesn't have any say in who the players are, mate. Arne Slot doesn't have any say in who the players are. He gets given players. He's a first-team coach, he's not a manager. He's one of about 5 people on a panel. And, you know, he might be able to influence in terms of direction of travel, like we need a left-back. I'd like a left-back. They will then give him some left-backs to talk about, and he, you know, if he says no, but 4 others say yes, then unfortunately that's the left-back you get in Sunshine. Ethan says, do you think you'll go for Gay in Jan? City interested too, with Ake maybe going to Bournemouth? No, I don't think anybody in world football can tease Mark Gay out of Palace in January. I am 99% certain that Mark Gay stays at Palace to the end of the season. He goes to the World Cup with England, and then he has a great World Cup with England, probably starts every game, and then he leaves on a free. And oh my God, can you imagine the wages that guy will command? That guy will get a huge amount of money, huge signing on fee, big wages. He will have every club in Europe knocking on his door. He'll have his pick. He can go wherever he wants and command whatever he wants. And he can either choose for Palace to get 35 million in January maybe, or he can pocket 20 million himself in the summer. And I think he probably chooses the latter. He's in a much stronger bargaining place if he leaves it to the summer. Philippines, Key, how are you keeping yourself awake during this absolutely woeful game? Mate, I'm struggling. It's been a poor game, but it's Arsenal. It's Arsenal. I'm used to these games with Arsenal. I'm used to Arsenal letting the side down. Klopp had more power at Liverpool, says Pidge. That's very true, yeah. Klopp was the manager, though, wasn't he? Klopp was the manager. That's why when Arne Slot came in, the club made a very clear distinction that he's not the manager. He's the first team coach. That's a really important thing that a lot of fans don't seem to recognise. Jordan says, bless, Arteta has to bring on Saka and Odegaard, and Daniel, he was good in the Eredivisie and decent for the national team. Yeah, he was okay, wasn't he? But again, I just don't think I would have liked him at his prime anywhere close to Liverpool. When he came to United, he was awful. Brendan says, Morientes, for what we thought we were getting versus what we got, was a pretty bad signing. Morientes was 30 though when we signed him, wasn't he? 29 going on 30. And I actually thought we didn't really get the players that we needed. Like, we signed Morientes, but we didn't get the players to play with him. He needed crosses into the box, and he never got them. The few times, one of the best headers I've ever seen Liverpool score was Morientes away at... Oh, no, it was home. It was a home against... Might have been against Charlton. I know he scored one away at Charlton, but I can't remember. He scored a header, and it was absolutely top class, and it was one of the few crosses we actually put in the box. We never really did cross him with Benitez. Jordan says, oh, come on, don't even act like he's leaving at the end of the season for himself. He just has respect and wouldn't throw us under the bus. Not for money. Our players just don't cry when they don't get their own way. Oh, come on, Jordan. Come on, Jordan. He doesn't want to throw you under the bus. Leaving at the end of the season is throwing you under the bus. Oh, yeah. Do you think Steve Parish wants him to leave at the end of the season or leave in January and get a bit of money? I think Steve Parish would quite like to get a bit of money. And to be honest, I reckon if he said to Glasner, listen, we need to sell this guy now, get a bit of money, and I'll give you some money in January to spend, I think Glasner would want him gone as well. Glasner wants money. I think Gay is his bargaining chip, isn't he? Glasner's saying, if you let him go under my shoes, under my feet, I'll leave. I'm going. Philippines, I've just seen Ali sitting down with Gerrard. Stevie was saying how much he loves Rangers. I miss him. And Victor says, I think City will sign Gay. I don't personally. I think if he stays in the Premier League, I think he comes to Liverpool. If he leaves Palace in the summer, though, I think he does end up going to Madrid. To Barca, sorry. Not to Madrid, to Barca. Brendan, was he 30? Didn't realise that. Won the European Golden Boot the year before for Monaco, yeah. So that's where I'm coming from. Yeah, no, he was very good, wasn't he, for Monaco? But again, if you look at that Monaco side, there was a lot of crosses coming in for him. They had like Ludovic Giuly. Remember Ludovic Giuly? Rapid player. Used to get down the touchline and stand it up to the penalty spot. Morientes, bang. So, really, really good. And they had Dado Perso as well. Dado Perso was another big player. That's what Monaco basically thrived on. That Monaco side was all about big target men, wide players getting to the byline, standing it up. It's a good side, really good Monaco side. Jordan says he's give his word, he stays to the end of the season, and Glasner Parish agreed. Well, yeah, things can change. Things can change. Daniel says Glasner would want Gay to stay. Glasner's leaving in the summer as well. I'd agree with that. Will Hughes, I think, about to come on for Palace. Sorry. Apologies. We've got a player down here. NUFC Isaac, hey Key, I've been struggling with health anxiety and watching your lives makes me feel better. Keep up the good work, Key. Oh, Isaac, that's really nice, mate. Listen, it's not really nice. It's not really nice. It's lovely of you to say. Please keep coming and talking in the chat. Absolutely love that you're in there, mate. We always look forward to hearing from you. So keep coming back. Brad says, have you seen the Arsenal fans online defending the chance against Everton by calling it football banter? They're not Arsenal fans. They're kids. They're kids. There's only kids and dickheads who would defend that. Scottish GHK, Morientes' header against Fulham was great. It was Fulham. It was Fulham. I think that's the one I'm talking about. Did Fatty's loan get cancelled today? I've not been on loan anywhere. I don't know, actually. Where is he? He's on... where's he gone? He's another one who's fallen off the radar, hasn't he, Antu Fatty? Never quite worked out at Brighton. Liam says, we scored 4 past these, Arsenal. What's going on? Oh, Leeds fans giving Arsenal stick. Ben Hughes, he'd be sitting on the bench if he goes to Barca or Real on 250k a week. I don't think he would. I think, listen, top players back themselves, don't they? They believe they'll go there and get in the team. Marcus Rashford did. Everyone thought Rashford would be sat on the bench. He's gone there and done all right. I think Gay would get in the team at Barca. You know, they've got Powell there. Powell and Gay would be a great defensive line. I know they've got Koundé. Koundé kind of playing at right wing back maybe. Araujo isn't quite himself. Christensen, ACL. You know, things could change. Brendan says, true, Benitez didn't really do wingers and crossing. He was all about a strong spine. Yeah, the old 4-2-3-1 Benitez formation. Gerrard, Mascherano and Alonso, but for a long while it was Gerrard, Herman and Alonso. Yeah, he relied very much on the spine and a compact team, didn't he? Worrying scenes, this. Richard's down. Comedy Long Pants Gamer. To be fair, the lineup against Leeds was terrible. Palace definitely are going for it. They're going for it in the last 15 here. Arsenal 0-0. Lucas, is he not at Monaco? I've no idea, mate. No idea. This is not good. Yeah, Chris Richards down for Palace. This is not what you want to see. 3-star Reds, keep coming back on UFC, Isaac. This is a great channel for plenty of banter and a great community. Yes, Isaac. Love that. Great shout, 3-star. Got some lovely, lovely people in the chat, haven't we? The occasional divvy as well, but most of the time everyone's really lovely. Jordan, we're in trouble. We don't have a centre-back. Is Camvo not still on the pitch? Camvo's still on the pitch, isn't he? Oh no, Camvo's been taken off for Klein. Oh my goodness me. So that might mean Lerma drops back in, I'm guessing. Is that going to be Lerma back into to the back three? I would imagine Lerma drops into the back three and Will Hughes is coming on to replace him. That would be my guess anyway. Daniel, do you think Gay has been learning Spanish for a couple of years before he's moved to Spain like Trent? Well, I mean, I don't think there'd be anything wrong with that though. There wouldn't be anything wrong with that because at least Gay's been quite open that he's going to leave. Here you go, Will Hughes is coming on to replace Chris Richards. Bad sign that. Will Hughes maybe back in at centre-back, maybe Lerma in at centre-back, who knows? One of them's going to have to handle the last 15 minutes at centre-back here. 3-star Reds would not call you a divvy. I've been called worse. Yeah, Lerma probably. It's looking like that, isn't it? Last 15. Arsenal over the top. This is a big chance for Arsenal. Got to strike it. What are you doing? Oh, terrible. Gabriel Jesus, absolutely shocking there. Poor that. Very, very poor. Alan says Palace were crying at Ellen Road at the weekend. They'll be crying again tonight. Well, hey, so far, mate, it doesn't look like it, Alan. Doesn't look like it. If anything, it's looking like Arsenal might be crying. Sorry, I'm not ignoring your TikTok. I've just realised I've not got TikTok on. MCFC George. Sanchez. Oh, this chap who manipulates Arsenal for views. Manipulates Arsenal for views. Mate, I barely watch Arsenal. You're boring the life out of me. I don't like watching Arsenal. I'm watching him tonight because you're the only one on. Philippines, what's Tolga said about this game? I don't think he's been in tonight, actually. Jordan says, trust me, no crying from us. We wanted to play our youth team. It'd be hilarious if Arsenal get knocked out against Palace, though, here. Absolutely hilarious. Caden Ellis, how's the game? Oh, sorry, Robert, how's the game so far? It's all right, yeah. Robert, how's it going? It's been all right, the game. I'm okay. I've got a bit of an headache, to be honest. I can't wait to end the live. I'm absolutely dying. I need to take some Anadin. Get an early night tonight. But yeah, the game's been very, very dull, very boring. Palace are hanging on though, so at least it's entertaining in the sense of it's not a dead rubber. If Arsenal were 1 or 2 or 3-0 up by now, I think we'd have all switched off, wouldn't we? Let's be honest. We'd all be talking about something in the chat, something completely different. Instead, we're looking and saying, well, hey, do you know what? Last 15 minutes here, Palace could take this to pens. They could take it to pens. There's every chance. And if they do take it to pens, would it be terribly surprising if they nicked it? Mateta, yoy! Oh, what a tackle that was. What a tackle. It's going to go for an Arsenal. That's going to be a corner to Palace. Oh, Saliba, brilliant tackle in the end. Great tackle. It was a Mateta. It's a bit of an easy one, actually, to be fair. Robert says, health comes before the live. Go and get some tablets. We don't mind. I don't know if I've got any tablets here, to be honest. I don't know if I've got any. Hope you get well soon. I'm fine. I've just got a bit of an headache. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'll be here for the next 15 minutes. I want to watch the end of this anyway, so even if I turn the cameras off and the lights and whatever, I'd still just be sat here watching the game. So I might as well watch this for the last 15 minutes with you. Oh, right, corner kick for Palace. Come on. Header. Oh, off the line. Ah, so close. So close. Great ball in again. It's another chance. There's a handball there. Claim for handball. Hit it. Oh, come on. They're still going here, Palace. Oh. Scottish GHK, 500 games a year. A few Arsenal games is surely manipulation. If Key ignored Arsenal, you'd also complain. And I was going to say, people say, oh yeah, you keep choosing this particular... I absolutely do not. 500 games. Oh, what a save, Benitez. Oh, it's an absolute wonder save from Benitez. Absolutely unbelievable, that. 10 minutes to go. Daniel says, do you think Palace gave the green light, for Gay to move to Liverpool and change their mind? I think Parish gave the green light for Gay. And Gay agreed to go. And then Glasner said, well, hang on a minute, what am I getting? Because if he's going, I'm going. Unless you're giving me some money to buy a top replacement. And they didn't have the time. There's no time for them to get the replacement in the end. So I think they pulled the rug. But I think Glasner threatened to walk. That certainly makes a lot of sense. Gay, unfortunately, same scenarios as Zaha, was set for him to go. We was happy he got the move deserved, and Parish and the Yanks ruined an early career. Chance! Oh, they've done it! Look at the state, it's exactly what we said! It is exactly what we said. Bouncing in off someone's arse in the last few minutes. This is Arsenal. This is the only way. They are going to be the worst champions. If they win anything this year, they are going to be the worst champions ever. They are absolutely sickening to watch. We've all been sat here, everyone in the chat has been sat here going, how boring it's been. Absolutely dreadful to watch. They're a terrible side. Arteta is a terrible manager, but they're going to win this one. And they just keep getting the job done. And there's something in that, and you've got to give them that. But it's just bouncing in off someone's arse in the last minute of the game. They have made a living out of that, Arsenal. They've made an absolute career out of that. Whether or not they're going to actually win something this year is maybe a different matter altogether. But they've been doing that for years under Arteta, and seemingly nothing has changed. It's going to be an own goal. It's an own goal in the last few minutes of the game. I can't believe it. Absolutely standard. Standard. Bagatelle Arsenal football. Poof. Unbelievable. 1-0. Fuming, says Logan. The Diego Simeone of the Prem, says Adam. Oh my God. Just shocking, innit? Let's be honest. Game's gone. Rivals drywalls are in danger tonight. Oh, T16, how's it going? Oh, good grief. Daniel, we've done it the Arsenal way. It is, innit? It is. That's very much the Arsenal way. The Arsenal way. Reece. Oh, even look at that. Even Reece has popped up. We've not seen him all night. We're winning it all. Let's go. They're in again here, Arsenal. This is what they'll do now. They'll go and get a second, and then everyone will be like, what a performance! What a performance from Arsenal! No, it was a terrible performance. Own goal again, ole, ole. Love that Welsh wing, own goal again. It's just standard Arsenal. The least entertaining team we've seen for years. And honestly, I really hope they win nothing. I pray to God they win nothing, because it will be such a sign of what football has become if these win anything. I mean, they've not won anything. They've not won a tap for 6 years, so maybe they will in the end. Maybe it's about time. Long throw into the box. Cleared away. Strike miles wide. Welsh wing, terrible. Yes, terrible. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Shea, so boring they are. It's not just me saying it. We've got United fans in the chat. We've got there's Forest fans in the chat. They're all saying it. You're horrid to watch. Absolutely dreadful to watch. Do you know what? This wouldn't happen. This whole, playing this style of football and winning nothing wouldn't fly at Man United or Liverpool. It wouldn't. There is no way a manager could play this style of football, this brand of football, and win nothing and stay for 6 years and keep getting the backing of fans and getting the money off the club. It wouldn't happen. It'd be gone. It's so boring. Sakari Banya says, if you're honest, the first half should have been at least 1 up. But we know you're a crybaby. Enjoy your fun losses, kid. Hang on a minute. How should you have been 1-0 up in the first half? Keeper makes a couple of big saves, but let's be honest. Couple of big saves, but that's about it. You weren't battered in Palace in the first half. User, it's been such a good game. Both sides going for it. What game have you been watching? What game have you been watching? Certainly not been a game where both teams are going for it. Comedy Long Pants Gamer, Saliba scored. No, Crystal Palace were more atrocious with their missed chances. Feel for them, really. Straight out of play, goal kick. Palace have been terrible. Terrible today. What's that gone down as? Has it gone down as an own goal? Yeah. Maxence Lacroix, own goal. That one's gone as. Oh, standard. Standard Arsenal. Own goal FC. Set piece FC. Own goal FC. I've never known something so bad. Welsh Wing, so if Slot bored his way to a title, Liverpool fans would be booing him as he lifts the trophy. No. See, this is where you're getting it wrong. This is where you're getting it twisted. I didn't say that. Go back again and listen to what I said. What I said was, there's no way you can play this bad and win nothing, and still have your job at Liverpool or Man United. You wouldn't. You'd be gone. You can play well and get closer year on year, which is what Jurgen Klopp did. It took him maybe 3 or 4 years to get there, but, played well every year. It was good football. It was easy. It was good to watch. But you can't play bad football and not win. It's one or the other. If you're playing bad football and winning, then fine. You can probably get by for a little while at Liverpool. There'll still be grumbles. There'll still be fans saying, oh, Christ, we're terrible to watch. The crazy thing is I've never yet seen an Arsenal fan really say, oh, do you know what? We are dreadful to watch. We are absolutely awful to watch. I've never seen an Arsenal fan admit it. And it's so true. Every single fan of every other club, not even just, Spurs fans or Liverpool, teams who you think might have an agenda. I'm talking about, Forest fans and Peterborough fans, Notts County fans. We've got fans of all different types of clubs in the chat, and they're all saying the same thing. Arsenal are awful to watch. Dreadful to watch. Aaron says his own goal, Arsenal's top scorer now. Probably. Yeah, probably. Wouldn't be surprising. Arsenal PL3, you can't even beat PSV. And you can't even beat us. We beat you. So what does that say about you? Oh, good grief. Sam, I've admitted it. We are shit to watch this season, but I don't give a shit. I love that. I love that, Sam. There you go. There is now an Arsenal fan who admits that they're shit to watch, but he doesn't care. And I like that. At least that's honest. That's fair enough. I like that, Sam. I like it. Sam admits it. Terrible to watch, but very effective. And I have been complimentary to Arsenal, just by the way, just in case anyone's like, oh, he's having a go at us again. No, Arsenal are the best team in Europe. Maybe the best team in football. Let's just say the best team in football. Full stop at controlling games. They're brilliant at it. Absolutely the best in football. Getting in front, you don't tend to peg Arsenal back. Top quality. At control, he's fantastic, Arteta. Everything else, though, from a creative point of view, 4 out of 10. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Like I said, they've not won anything under him. They've been very poor. Palace are in. No. Absolutely dreadful, these. They've not won anything under him in 6 years, and they might bottle it again this year. It's entirely possible. They might bottle it again. But if they do, then it's about time, isn't it? They've spent over £1 billion. It's about time they win something. But I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening. Philippines, I'm a Rangers fan. We've been horrendous to watch for the past couple of years, but this is something else. Even Rangers fans are giving him stick. Welsh Ring, I agree. The best way to beat Arsenal is to get a quick goal. It is, isn't it? It is. The rest of the Arsenal are absolutely phenomenal at controlling games, though. Aaron says Arteta is a Spanish Tony Pulis. Very much agreed on that one. Kepa Arrizabalaga taking his time now. He's slowing things down. Look at that, the time wasting. The time wasting. Absolutely time wasting, FC. Oh my good grief. I can't believe what I'm witnessing here. Cannot believe it. Scottish GHK, the record books don't care about entertainment, just who wins. Would be nice to enjoy the games in a title run, though. Yeah. And that's true. Yeah, that is true as well. If they were winning things, then you're right. The record books don't care about it. But they're not winning things. If they were to win things, that would be maybe a change. But they're bad and not winning things. Yeah, poor and not winning things. Ginga says Palace have been disappointing, lacking in real quality. They've missed Ismail Assar, haven't they? They've definitely missed Sarr. I think they've missed Kamada as well. And definitely Munoz at right back. So it's a weakened Palace side, but at the end of the day, it's an Arsenal win. It's an Arsenal win. They'll go through to the semis. They've still not won this tournament in over 30 years. So, hey, maybe this is their year. Maybe this is their year. Sam says Champions League or the Prem, or he needs to walk in the summer. And that's from an Arsenal fan. An Arsenal fan is saying that. I agree. He should. He should have a bit of dignity and go in the summer unless he wins something big. 9 minutes? Where's that come from? 9? Good grief. 9 minutes. Scottish GHK, thanks Key, got to go. No, thanks to you, mate. Hopefully you're out of the woods now, mate, and you're not going back in hospital. But lots of love. Hopefully we speak again before Christmas, but thank you very much for coming on. Thanks for all your support this year as well, and hopefully see you soon. Arteta is a student of the game, innovator, and a motivational genius you wouldn't understand. What would he do with Salah, though, Brendan? That's the question. What would he do with Salah? Probably play him at centre-back. Give him another centre-back. More centre-backs. That's what we need at Arsenal. Get another defender. 1-2-4, Chris Richards injury. Richards was down in the second half. He was, yeah. Munoz is the one they should have had, really, shouldn't they? Munoz was the one they've missed. Arsenal, oh, nearly 2. Nearly 2. Palace digging their own grave here. Old Lego head's a genius. Lego head. T16, I got to go. Thanks for the stream. No worries, T16. Adam says, Key, I'm convinced Arteta is trolling. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's trolling. I think this is the best he can muster, to be honest. So, fair play. Oh, 7 minutes to go. It's bad. It's so bad. Daniel, who's your player of the match? I mean, I'd probably give it to Benitez, to be honest. Chance. Oh, nearly 2. I'd probably give it to Benitez. Yeah, I think Benitez has done well. Martinelli was fantastic before he went off as well. Yeah, probably Benitez. It's got, listen, a scrappy own goal has decided it, but he's been brilliant. So Benitez for me would be the player of the match, the man of the match. Tom, hey up, Key, who's winning? It's Arsenal, mate. Unsurprisingly, they've scored an own goal in the 95th minute or whatever it was. I don't know. They've conceded Palace after Arsenal have been pretty poor second half, but they've had a goal go in off someone's shin and then bounced off and then off someone else's arse and then in late in the game to win a game of football, which you'll know yourself. That's how Arsenal win matches nowadays. Adam says Madueke proving why he doesn't start much. Yeah, Madueke hasn't been brilliant, has he? I'm surprised. I mean, Martinelli, I'm surprised he doesn't get as much minutes as he should for me. I like Martinelli. Good player. Palace knock it back into the box. Too easy. Too easy. Tom says typical Arsenal, always cheating. Well, they didn't cheat. No, they didn't. I wouldn't say they cheated. Just boring. It's really boring. That's all. Honestly, I reckon if you typed into the chat, if you went onto YouTube or TikTok or wherever you're watching this, if you typed in the chat the most used word in that chat, it would definitely be boring. Definitely be boring. Yeah. There's not really been anyone else. There's been nobody else to choose from a man of the match point of view. None of the outfield players for either side have done a whole lot. But, you know, there's been a couple of chances that Benitez saved in the first half and he saved one in the second half. But other than that, neither team's been really good. It probably deserves to be a penny shootout from what we've seen. Teaching Tony, I like Martinelli as well. Good player. Yeah, good player. Is it a free kick this or a throw-in? It's a free kick. Ooh, come on, Palace. Pinch one late on here. Adam Wharton, free kick. Chance to get it in. Nero Reynolds, winning is never boring. It is though, innit? It is. Come on. Winning is boring if you're not winning trophies with it. You can't keep winning games like this and winning nothing. Wharton puts it in. Far post, Palace, header. Yes, they've done it! Where are you now? It's Mark Gay. Wow, yes, there you go. It's 1-1. Yes, there you go. Calafiori hits the deck and it's 1-1. Wow, yes. There you go, Mark Gay. You can come to Liverpool, lad. You can come to Liverpool. Liverpool's new centre-back. Putting Arsenal back in the mud. Yay, there you go. It's going to penalties. And that is justice. Justice. Perfect. Mark Gay, what a header. Knocked it down, a little tap in. Kepa, no chance. Arsenal, what about set pieces? Set piece again, ole ole. Yes. Boring Arsenal fall to bits again. And where's all them in the chat? Where are they all? They've all disappeared. They were giving me some grief a few minutes ago. Where are you? Where are you? Come back. Come back. Come on, where are you? You've all ran off again. Archie, Arsenal can shove the feed the Scousers chance where the sun don't shine. And Tom says, I love it. Arsenal bottling it starts now. I would say I'm surprised, but they bottle it every season. Oh, yes. I love to see it. Come on, let's have pens. Let's have pens. Jordan, Shane Benitez won't save any pens. Oh, Jordan, don't be so negative. Why are you trying to bring it down? Why are you trying to rain on me parade, mate? I'm more of a Palace fan than you tonight. Come on, Palace. You're gonna knock these out on pens, I'm telling you. Oh, Tom, I've never seen Key so happy. It's because I was getting stick from all angles. This is why we love football, says Graham. Yes, get in there. Oh, Mark, Spurs fan perchance. I'm not a Spurs fan, no, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan. Oh, it'll be so Arsenal now to lose on pens. 2 minutes left to go. They've all gone quiet, haven't they, Tom? They have. They've all disappeared. Mark's not, though. Good lad, Mark. Mark's still in. Good lad, Mark. He's got a bit of dignity and a bit of pride about it. Oh, James, here you go. He's here. I've got James. I've got James. I've got him. I've reeled him in. Oh, wow. He's bit. James Withers has bit. Sam, I'm not talking about you, mate. We know you. We like you. You're all right. You're one of us. You're all good. Scouser 2906. Unlucky. Calafiori got hit in the face. VAR would have ruled that goal out. Behave yourself. Penalty shootouts last 6. Palace have lost 4. Won 2. Arsenal have won 4. Lost 2. Oh, Sky have already set it up there. They've already set it up. Oi, oi, oi. Bradders, Arsenal hate watches. The only thing to bring United, City and Liverpool fans together. Got 60 seconds to go here. Archie, always got a soft spot for Palace. Yeah, me too, actually. I like Palace. I've always liked Palace. Come on. Sam, the fuck is it every time we can see the defenders crying on the floor? Why is it that Mikel Arteta, you go 1-0 up, and it's a goal that you shouldn't have really even got, to be honest, but you get a goal, and all of a sudden you sit back? It's literally your only... It's the same thing every time. Arsenal, chance, keep them out. Great block from Palace. Great. I love it. 92 FC, as a Newcastle fan, we need Arsenal out. Nah, you'll beat these. You beat these. You beat them last time, didn't you? So were you? Beat Arsenal. Easy peasy. Arsenal didn't even score yet. We scored 4, says Liam. Oh, keep them out here. Keep them out. Last kick of the game. Here we go. Is it going to be set piece FC and an own goal bouncing in off someone's arse for winning for Arsenal? No doubt it will. No doubt. Here we go. Ball whipped in. Arsenal cleared away. Keep them out. Keep them out, Palace. Oh, come on. Last kick of the game. Ball whipped in again. Header. Hit it. Oh, look at him claiming a penalty. They're absolute ratbags, them Arsenal players. Get up. Go on, Wharton. Counter. He's done it. He's through. Oh, Mateta. Oh, he would have been having that then. The Palace deserve the equaliser. Palace are the only team that scored. They're the only team that scored here. Tom, the bottle fell out there, Jaxie, again, and they've handed it to Arsenal. Oh, Jordan, well in Wharton. Oh, look at diving Saka there. Diving Saka. Diving Saka. It's 1-1, Luke Etherington. It's 1-1. Borna Sosa's just come on for Tyreek Mitchell. He can take a penalty. That should have been a free kick, Welsh wing. Yeah, leg it, sunshine. It was a dive, that. It was a dive. FM No Casuals, fuck pens, next goal wins. Brendan says, what an upgrade on Canate, Gay would be. Well, I mean, he plays left centre-back though, doesn't he? He plays in Van Dijk's position. And he plays in a back three. Oh. Right, where's me thingy? Let me get my bottle. I've not got my bottle. Arsenal have lost theirs. Hey, keep it out. Keep them out. Come on, ref, blow up. We want penalties. Pennies. Penny shootouts. Please. Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul to Palace. How does he give that to Arsenal? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Abdi Samad, late goal, what? Oh, come on. Come on. Keep him out, Palace. Keep him out. Saka, ball in. Chance. Oh, yeah. Get it away. Good claim. Well done, Benitez. Yes. Yes. How long does this ref want to take? Exactly. Get it over with. Come on, ref. It isn't the Liverpool playing. You can blow the whistle. I know. Get it blown up. Get it blown. That's it. Done. Finito, Benito. Oh, come on. Right. Are we on for full time now? I think it is. I think that's it. It's full time. Penalties coming up. Penalties coming up. Right. Let me go and get some water. And I'll be back in a minute for pens. Yes. Oh, please let them go through now. How shit will it be? How shit will it be if it's actually like... Oh, grim. Full time, 1-1. Penalties to come. Upset potentially, says Finley. Well, let's see. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to get some water. Arteta will be blaming the EFL ball if they lose this one. No kidding. Right, come on. Archie, have you got dog's key? I have got one downstairs, but I've got two others. Basically got three, yeah. But they kind of dotted around across a few different houses. Mark, how's it going? Ben says, oh, we've done that one, sorry, Scottish GHK, I'm back from the shop and happy to see it's pens. Jimmy P says, flicking through the lives and they thought they had it in the bag. Course they did. Course they did. It's standard Arsenal. Archie thought I heard one barking, yeah. It's my little Schnorky. He's a cross between a Schnauzer and a Yorkie Terrier. Lovely little dog. Are they not other people's dogs then, mate? Well, they kind of are and they aren't. It's like, my sister-in-law has got a toy poodle, but she got it when she was like 12, and now she's like 21 and going all over the world on holiday. So she never sees him. She's working and all, so we just end up staying with us. So he's our dog really now. We look after him, and then there's our actual dog. And then there's me mum and dad's dog, which, again, we tend to have more often than not. So it's like, I basically have three dogs who I have around me a lot of the time. And that was one of them. Tom, a few different houses, check property magnate key out. Well, I'm just kind of, well, you could say I'm a property magnate. Maybe I bounce between a few. Maybe I'm trying to, avoid, might be a hit out on me at some point, and I'm just trying to check where they don't know where I am. Believe me, if I was a property magnate, I wouldn't be as skint as I am. Jay says, how long until penalties? Now, it's starting now. Benitez against Odegaard. First penalty. Benitez, Odegaard. Jordan didn't even see it in real time. They had to cut Richard's boot off as there was a lot of blood. Bloody hell. That's not good. I thought Key was a landlord for a minute. James Withers, does your boyfriend support the same team as you? What have you got against why are you being homophobic, mate? That's not very nice, is it? It's not very nice. What are you being like that for? I thought Arsenal fans were better than that. That's really poor of you, that, James. Tom, I've got a cockapoo called Pepper. She's a right little bugger. Odegaard miss, please. Come on. Martin Odegaard. Come on. Keep him out. Keep him out, Benitez. Odegaard. Scores. 1-0. 1-0 Arsenal. Mason, he was just asking a valid question. Do you think it was just a valid question? Nah, I don't think it was. I think it was loaded. James is he doesn't like me very much because he got a fish hooked earlier in the live. He's very rattled. I imagine he'll disappear quite quickly when Arsenal get knocked out here. Adam, AFTV has ruined how people see Arsenal fans. Right, Kepa against Mateta. This one's easy, this one's going in. Mateta, 1-1, put it away, lad. There you go. Easy peasy. He was never stopping that one. FM No Casuals disappear into the closet, I reckon. I was going to say, it's mad, innit? If you're asking questions about someone's, sexuality and whatever, that's usually a little sign there, mate. It might not be, might need to do some work. Work on yourself. Find yourself spiritually. Jordan says we're 2-0 up on pens under Glasner though. Listen, you're going to win this one. Declan Rice next up here. Where does Rice go? Hopefully Skies it. I think he does go power. He's definitely going power. Right-footed Rice up against Benitez. Thought he was going there, Blake, is this the first penalty shootout on the channel? Heavens, no. No, we did the Women's Euros penalty shootouts back in July. We did penny shootouts at the back end of last season as well. Can't remember who we did. Done a few penny shootouts on this channel. But yeah, we did the Women's Euros penalties. Fennec, Arsenal's past 4 goals have been 3 own goals and 1 penalty. And people will say I've got an agenda I'm trying to push. Stats matter. Look at that. Past 4 goals for Arsenal have been 3 own goals and a penalty. Standard. Right, Devaney. Come on, Devaney. Stick it away, lad. Stick it away, lad. You'll beat him. Yes! 2-2. Mackenzie, don't even talk about women's penalties. Jesus Christ. Do you know what? The penalty shoot, they were actually some fun penalty shootouts, though. They were good. They were good to watch. It did end up finishing about 14-13 on pens, but it was a good watch. You did the Community Shield final penalties too. I did, yes. And Devaney scored in that one, didn't he, as well? Saka next up for Arsenal. He's gonna miss. I'm telling you. I can feel it in my blood. I can feel a Saka miss coming up. He's gonna go a bit too casual. Is that Jack Grealish there next to Arteta? Slick Rick. Come on. Keep him out, Benitez. Left-footed. Saka. He's going right. He's going right. He's going right. I told you he was going right. Oh, Saka scores. 3-2. Will says, can you imagine dizzy penalties in the Premier League, Key? And Jake, anybody seen Reece? Can't find him. Oh, Reece will come in at full time as soon as Arsenal... If Arsenal go through, Reece will pop in. I guarantee you. Reece is like... If you say his name in the mirror 3 times, like... Whatever. Biggie Smalls in South Park. It'll, you know... He will appear if Arsenal are winning. If they're not winning, then you don't hear from him. Here we go. Will Hughes. Left-footed. Yes, Will Hughes. 3-3. The bigger lads, LFC, Owen and Key, tend to be anti-Arsenal. I am a bit of a big... I've been working out, mate. I appreciate that. I'm glad someone's noticed. Hey. Traps on me. Look at that. Jordan, don't want to worry anyone, but Wharton's never scored for us. Oh, why did you have to say it? Archie, Trossard will miss. Trossard, Benitez. Come on. Come on. DN, we all want Palace to win, right? Absolutely, DN. We are all Palace. We are all the Eagles. We are all the Eagles tonight. Come on. Stick it away. Don't stick it away. Trossard v Benitez. Right-footed. Oh, he was so close that time. It's still 4-3. Oh. Jake says, it's been the most boring match I've ever watched. It's been shocking, hasn't it? This is the highlight of the game. They should have just done this straight away. And Borna Sosa, typically, Borna Sosa coming on in the last minute of the game for Palace. And he was brought on specifically for this penalty. Now, I don't want to worry anyone, but generally, when you bring on players specifically to take penalties, the record is atrocious. Historically, players who are brought on just to take pens generally miss. Please, please don't get that right. Borna Sosa left-footed. Yo, what a penalty. Shut up, Key. You're talking out your ass. Absolutely fantastic penalty, Borna Sosa. And now it's sudden death. And it's Mikel Merino. This fella, do you know what? This is going to be one of them. He can plat sawdust, this fella. He'll hit the bar, it'll bounce up in the sky, the Palace keeper will go, yes, and then it'll bounce in on the way down. That is absolutely Arsenal to a T, isn't it? I am 99% sure they've done some sort of a deal with the devil. It's the only thing that could have happened. Mikel Merino... Up he steps, left-footed as well. Left-footed Merino, Benitez. Great penalty. It's 5-4. Oh, this one's going to go on for ages. I think so too, mate. Phoenix's Arsenal is so boring. And here is Jefferson Lerma. Colombia's finest. Jefferson Lerma. Adzo says, Alistair McGowan he looks like. He does look a bit like Alistair McGowan, doesn't he? Mikel Merino. Hey, I didn't notice that. That's a really good shout. I'm gonna recall that now. Archie says, I'm nervous and I'm not even a Palace fan. They're winning this, Palace, I'm telling you. Jefferson Lerma, right-footed. Please. Please. Come on, lad. Hey, there you go. 5-5. 5-5. Fucking hell. Calafiori. Fix your hair before you take that pen. He does look like Grealish here. He does, doesn't he? It's Jack Grealish on the touchline. Doing it for a bit of extra pocket money. The Everton wages obviously aren't enough. Calafiori, left-footed. This one's going into the stands. This one's going into the stands, I'm telling you. He's skying this one, Calafiori. Fuck off. 6-5. Shit. Brendan, Colombia's finest. Careful now. Hey, only you went there. I was thinking of coffee and chocolate. What were you on about? Adam Wharton. Now, this one's as good as a surefire thing, isn't it? Adam Wharton's putting it away. We don't even have to watch this one. Don't even have to watch it. I'm not even slightly concerned. Adam Wharton sticks this away. Easy peasy. No problem. Look away. He's putting it in the net. It's easy. If there's no more thing as a surefire thing than an Adam Wharton penalty. It's going in. I'm telling you. Jordan, I'm telling you, relax. It's a goal. Told you. 6-6. 6-6. That lad's not missing. That lad does not miss. Fred Bob, could this be longer than Liverpool v Chelsea? Possibly. Jamie, who do you support? Would it change how you view my opinions if I told you? Would it matter? Would it matter if I told you? Let's say I was a Spurs fan. Would you treat me differently? If I said I was a Spurs fan, would it matter? Brendan, you're after jinxing him. No, if I was jinxing someone, I'd be saying this. Jurrien Timber never misses. Jurrien Timber's not missing a penalty. Not a chance. He's not missing. He's not missing. Right-footed. Fuck. Thought that'd work that time. I thought that'd work. Easy peasy. Wharton squeezy. Like that. D28, would it Juan matter? And 124, if you was a United fan, I'd think you know very little about football. Correlation is not causation. Jacob says Spurs. Oh my God. I'm not a Spurs fan. I was just saying, if I was a Spurs fan, would it matter? That's all. That's just a general social experiment. You said, who do you support? And I was intrigued to see whether or not you would treat me differently based on the answer. Right, Christantus Uche. I have big faith. Here we go. 7-7, surely. Yeah, there he is. Uche to score. DN says, let the managers take one at this point. Arteta was all right at pens, though, wasn't he? Ben says 225 viewers key. And just as you say that, Ben, it drops down to 184. Cheers for that, mate. Thank you. You jinx. Talking about jinxing and you jinx me. Right. Be yourself, Dylan says someone needs a key to unlock the door to the semi. Jacob, Saliba will miss. Yeah, I think Saliba will miss. Saliba to miss. Fuck. Shite. It's been a good penny shootout, to be fair. Do you know what, though? I'm not being funny. If you said to a goalkeeper, you're going to face 8 penalties and you've got to save at least one of them, I think they'd back themselves to do it. If you're a goalkeeper and you're not saving at least one, that's poor, that. It's really poor. Maxence Lacroix. He scored the own goal in the game. He scored the own goal in the game. He owes Palace here. He owes Palace. He can't miss. Maxence Lacroix has probably been the best Palace centre-back this season. He's been better than Mark Guéhi. He scores the own goal tonight. He can't be the one to miss the pen. Lacroix. He's fucking missed it. He's missed it. Have they actually won it? Oh, for fuck's sake, Lacroix. Standard Arsenal. There you go. Arsenal win on penalties. They've scored 4 goals in the last however many games, and they've been own goals and penalties. That's all Arsenal do. Own goal and penalty FC. Luck FC. Spawny Luck FC. That is all Arsenal are at the end of the day. And they are through to the semi-finals, where hopefully someone else will beat them. Brendan says, yeah, 2 shite keepers. No wonder they're not the first choice. Adzo, what's your next game on stream, Key? Next games, I've got 2 tomorrow, mate. So I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I've got 2 games tomorrow. 12:30 tomorrow, we've got AFCON, Burkina Faso against Equatorial Guinea. Dango Ouattara against Pedro Obiang. Lots of great players in the Burkina Faso side. Edmund Tapsoba, Bertrand Traore of Sunderland. So we're going to be watching that one tomorrow. And then at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, it's Brian and Burmo against Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Cameroon against Gabon. So 2 AFCON games tomorrow, Christmas Eve. Join me. Make sure you've liked. Make sure you've subscribed. I am live every single day. I am even live on Christmas Day. Even on Christmas Day, I'm live. If you fancy doing a little watch-along with me on Christmas Day, I'll have my little Christmas dinner. We'll be chilling out here. There might only be 2 or 3 of us, but we'll be watching some football. It's the only league that is live on Christmas Day. There's only one game live on Christmas Day. Al Riyadh against Al Ettifaq in the Saudi Pro League. So I'll be live on Christmas Day. Hopefully 1 or 2 of you will join me. I'll be live for it anyway. It'll be a good laugh. I'll have my Christmas hat on and I'll have a Christmas dinner. Whatever. It'll be a bit of a mukbang. Who knows? But listen, lots of love, everyone, and have a lovely Christmas if I don't see you before. Thank you, everyone, so much for the chat and the night, and it's been great. I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully, for more AFCON football. Take it easy. See you soon.